Dave. This is Joe.
I listened to that podcast and I was like, I am with it.
That sounds really cool. And then Chris Humphries hard fouls. Kevin Garnett pushes him straight into the third row. Let's go. My name is Dave. This is Joe. Let's go. This is the Boston Sports Nerds Podcast, the B.S.N Show. Joe, you got anything you want to say before you go?
No, we have talked a lot.
We've talked a lot. There's nothing left of the tank.
Let's go. Welcome back to another episode of the Boston Sports Nerds Podcast, the B.S.N Show. This is episode 62. We're getting up there. We're climbing the mountaintop.
You know, we're only 7 episodes away from a real good number. Or call back to a later or to an earlier episode, the saddest day in Dave's case.
That's true. Yeah, that's also true. You just heard the sweet, sweet voice of the host of Set the Record Straight. Sitting to my left is
Joe.
And
field goal.
Joe Ben Field Goal. Joe Ben. That's now I figured it out. It's all one alias.
Joe Ben Field Goal.
Joe Ben Field Goal. And to my right, I have the host of WECP.
Aaron.
There he is. All right, so this week we're going to do a couple things here. We're going to talk about the number 69. All right, we're going to keep that going.
Yep.
Rob Gronkowski says he's going to play.
His number's 87, but
his favorite number
is 69. This is
69.
correct.
That's how we did that.
All right.
The Bruins made a major trade. The Celtics seem to be better off the break, like we thought. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. Then we're also going to do our top 5 favorite Boston sports moments of our lifetimes. So that kind of cuts it down to 31 for me. 30 for Aaron.
27.
Real disadvantage for Joe. So Joe's the odds are
those
not
late
in your favor.
80s, you lose them.
You lose a lot of those right there.
Yep. I actually kind of lose most of the 90s too, because I was like barely
alive,
barely paying attention to sports when I was, 6.
Come on.
I remember being upset when Curtis Martin went to the Jets.
Yes,
like
that's a good first memory.
Being like, oh no.
Yeah, that's
my dad breaking it to me in the car, like, yeah, Curtis Martin, he's going to the Jets. But
right.
Like, not Curtis Martin.
No, come on, no.
Curtis
Martin was the man, though. Curtis Martin was the man.
He was my favorite player at the time.
Yeah, I met Curtis Martin and Sam Gash.
Shocking. I liked the Patriots before.
Wild thing.
They started winning all the time.
It's a crazy thing.
Curtis Martin used to be my favorite player.
I have Curtis Martin and Sam Gash's autograph on like a Ridley fucking photo somewhere, like those those old, or Riddell or whatever they were, those old photos.
Those are the people that I like to bring up whenever people question my fandom.
Like, who was on the Patriots for? And you're like, Sean Jefferson.
To Bucky Jones.
Yeah, from Connecticut.
Big play.
First round player from Connecticut.
Big play Willie Clay.
Vincent Brisby. Like, okay, you're legit. I get it. Like,
no, what the hell is his name? The rookie running back who blew his knee out.
Oh, was that Redmond?
Nope.
That was in the Brady era.
God damn it. I always bring this guy up, too. He broke like all the rookie running back records for the Pats and then blew his knee out at the All-Star game in the sand. They were playing flag football. You know who I'm talking about?
I can't think of his fucking
I can't think of his name either.
You're a bastard for that.
He has like a really easy name, too.
He does. It's like Mike Running Back.
Yeah.
That's his name.
That's it, actually. Mike Running Back. Go look it up.
Mike Running Back. Check him out.
Antoine Smith. Even
that was it. We just learned that was the wrong message. That noise means that it is not Mike Running Back.
Nope.
That's our error code. What the fuck was that guy's name? That's a good question. But
Robert Edwards.
Robert Edwards.
There it is.
There he is. Nice one. That's a good one. I'm glad you did that because
Robert Edwards.
That's good. I'm happy now. But first, JD Martinez officially signed. He went missing for a few days. Alex Cora said, I have no idea where he is. That was weird. He went to Fort Myers, and then he left Fort Myers, and then they're like, has he signed yet?
I thought I had heard that him not signing had something to do with like a medical clearance issue.
It was.
That's what the word was, and also they had to revisit some of the language in the contract because of the medical issue.
I think that's... the Red Sox are getting to be that way. They're like the Patriots, where they're like, let's find something wrong so we can hold this over them, and then, okay, everything's incentive-based.
Right.
Get ready for it.
Yep. Yeah, get used to it.
Yeah.
So there's not really much on the Red Sox front right now.
No.
I mean, it's just, still spring training, obviously. There's that. A couple weeks, we'll be diving in.
The infamous flip-flopper that is Joe is now...
Joe Ordway, right?
Yeah, now excited for Red Sox season.
Of course, yeah.
It's now excited for baseball.
Yeah. Let me check the calendar. It's now your week to be excited.
Yes,
about
this is Joe, who hates baseball season like 90% of the season, is now all in on baseball. Like, yep, Red Sox are going to contend. Joe wanted to blow up. I'm now referring to myself exclusively in the third person. Joe wanted to blow. Jobin wanted to blow up the Red Sox just last podcast.
Yeah.
Now, JD Martinez, rivalry's back on. Flame emoji.
3 weeks ago, I said, I think if they get JD Martinez, I'd be really excited about this.
I think I'm excited now.
Of course.
Yep. Right. I don't know why.
I would like another pitcher, but it's probably unlikely at this stage of the game.
I would also like another pitcher.
Yeah.
But I think something, I don't know. I feel good about David Price this season. Does that feel weird to say? No?
I don't think he's changed much.
And for some reason,
he might have a better year.
Yeah, I just feel good about David Price this season. Like, I still don't like him.
I think he's going to be an a-hole, but he's going to be a better
I don't even like the comments he made about the Red Sox fan base to JD Martinez.
Yeah, that they're going to boo you.
Yeah, so, just no. Right. You know what? If he plays good from the rip, we're not going to boo him.
Right. 100% agreed.
Yep.
So, that's Aaron's hot take.
I still don't like David Price, but I feel good about him pitching this year.
I think he'll be better this year. Too.
We still got Chris Sale, so
because
that's a plus.
This is the option year for David Price.
Oh, okay.
So have real big year, opt out, go get $35 million a year
somewhere else. Hopefully,
right. Yeah.
So he's leaving. I think he might opt out even if he has a bad year. To be honest with you.
Yeah, we can.
I just think he doesn't like it here.
Right.
You know
I agree. I don't think he's happy. But I think he's gonna have a big year.
I just think that opens up so much next year.
Yeah.
Down the road, like, hey, we're gonna go out and get somebody, whoever's the free agent pitcher that actually has some guts.
Yeah.
And hopefully they do that. Hopefully they take the money they saved by not having to pay David Price another year if he opts out.
Yep.
And then they fucking go get another free agent pitcher who's nasty.
Now, the problem with the JD Martinez deal is that it's ultimately a 2-year deal.
And he has to opt out at 2. He has to opt out at like 5, 2, or 4 or something like that.
Yeah. I think after 2 he has an opt-out option for every year. So, yeah.
I mean, is that a good thing?
I think it's a 2-way opt-out.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes and no. What if he's really good for you? And he's only making $20 million a year.
Then you opt out and you sign him to probably what you should have signed him to begin with. You know what I mean?
If he'll take it. And you had a tough time getting him to the deal that
because he's probably actually worth more.
Right.
But the MLB decided to put their foot down and say, "Listen, fuck you, Scott Boras."
Yeah. I don't know. That creeps me out a little bit. And also that comes at a time where you have like Bogarts, Betts, Benintendi. Like these next 2 or 3 years is
I would say fuck him.
Yeah. I think we'll see. I'm interested to see the trickle-down effect of JD Martinez and what that does for the rest of your lineup. Like, did Bogarts have a bad year because there was no David Ortiz or a power bat around him?
Yeah, you needed
or did he have a bad year because he looked better because David Ortiz was there? You know what I mean? Like, is it more about Bogarts than it is about Ortiz?
Price leaves.
Yeah.
Just slide in what's his name from fucking the Nationals.
Oh, Strasburg.
No. They're fucking left fielder.
Scherzer? Oh.
They're left fielder. The guy that's going to be like $1 million.
I talking about Bryce Harper?
$1 billionaire.
Yeah. Oh,
Bring him in. Bring him in.
Bring him in to pitch.
No.
Bryce Harper's going to sign with like the
the Yankees. Yeah.
The
Phillies. Or the Cubs.
And to sign with like the Phillies.
Yeah, I think he'll be a Dodger in a weird way.
I for some reason I've heard the rumor that he's going to be he likes the Phillies.
Yeah. Is he from Philly or he's from
Chicago. Chicago, right?
From Chicago. Yeah. I don't know. Well, the Phillies they need to make a splash. They haven't done anything relevant in fucking.
Isn't he isn't there a comment linked to him that he'll play in pinstripes?
Yeah. I think that was the thing. Was that and then people Chicago Cubs
have pinstripes, but
pinstripes,
don't the Phillies have
pinstripe
pinstripe uniforms?
They do have a pinstripe uniform.
Yeah.
So
we don't. So
well, maybe the Red Sox should just add a pinstripe uniform just to be like, well, now we're in the running for Bryce Harper.
We have one pinstripe.
It's just one line down the whole uniform.
Right.
Speaking of Red Sox changes, though,
yeah,
proposed change to
Yawkey Way.
Name Yawkey Way Jersey Street again.
Is that what the...
I think it was called Jersey Street
before.
Originally back in, 76 they said? Or 74?
Yeah.
He died in 72. They changed it in 73
that
or
seems
74.
That seems like the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
Or just David Ortiz.
Yeah, see, they said they don't want to do that. Like, he already has, like, a bridge, I guess, now.
Yeah,
Like,
all right, so then...
They don't want to do, like, a current guy.
All right, so go with, like...
Just change it back to Jersey Street.
Jersey Street's fine, or Red Sox Way, because it's right on Fenway Park. You know what I mean?
Or,
Like, just like whatever.
Or Rice Way.
Jim Rice.
Jim Rice.
It would be real dope is if you went fucking Dennis Eckersley Ave and David Price had to fucking drive down that street like he's a hero here. Okay, you're a prick. Or never forget.
Or, just recency bias. I watched 42 last night.
Yeah.
Or finished 42. I started it the night before.
Yep.
But,
Want to go Jackie Drive?
Yeah.
What if you named it Fen Way?
God damn it. It's Fen Way.
It's just all one word.
Yeah. Right.
All one word.
No,
just
not
Fenway.
even all one word. Fen
Just
Way.
Like one Fen Way. Just like Fen Street. Nope. Way. Okay.
One Fen Way.
You can come to Fenway at one Fen Way.
Way.
Not bad.
I like that idea.
Holds
you know
up
what?
a
I'm
lot.
all in.
Yeah.
I'm naming the Yawkey Way.
Yawkey Way should be Fenway. It's already Way. You know what I mean?
Exactly. All you're changing is Yawkey to Fen.
Mm-hmm. There we go. That works.
And I don't want it to be one Fenway. I want it to be 00. 00 Fenway.
Or just call it
00. 00.
just like double down. Just like who's like the first
Double down on Yawkey?
No.
You want to get really racist and name it like Hitler Way?
Yeah, no. I was gonna say you double down and go the opposite. You just go whoever's the first ever African American player to be signed by the Red Sox.
Oh yeah.
That guy.
And it's a shame I should know his name. I do know his name, but I can't think of it. But you could do that. Yeah, just throw it right back at you.
Yeah, just be like, okay, we're gonna name it that.
Not bad. Yeah. If I was the family of that person, but don't fucking use us like that. Okay, we know what you're doing. You're going from one up to be like, hey, look, no, we're so not racist.
Do they have a road named after Ted Williams?
I think the road.
I'm sure.
I think there's a road near it that's Williams Street or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, you could do that too.
Yeah. I like Fen.
Go with Ty Cobb. That's doubling down. That man was an outward racist
piece of shit. Yeah. We could do that. Whatever. What Fenway works.
Fenway.
It'd be cool if it was like Fenway Park Place. So it'd be like, go to Fenway Park at one Fenway Park Place. That'd be pretty cool. Like, wait, it's Fenway Park on Fenway Park Place. Just place at the end. Elijah Jerry Pumpsy Green makes his Boston Red Sox debut on July 21st, 1959, becoming the first African American ever to play for the Red Sox. The last team in the major leagues to integrate. Green pinch ran for Vic Wirtz and then played shortstop in a 2-1 loss to Chicago. Well, thanks a lot,
Pumpsy
Jerry.
Way.
Thanks a lot. Pumpsy Street.
Pumpsy Pike.
Yeah, this is good. Not bad. When I do the synopsis or the summary of this episode, it's going to be like, the nerds try to rename Yawkey Way for 45 minutes. Like, that's gonna be,
we did it in the first. It's going to call
Fenway.
it Fen.
It's Fenway.
Fenway.
I like that.
Or just, you know what?
How come no one thought of that before?
Why not just totally embrace the curse? Like the old curse and just name it Babe Ruth.
Yeah, just do it.
Babe Ruth Street. Babe Ruth Way.
Bambino Boulevard.
Yeah, why not?
Bambino Boulevard.
Yeah, go for it.
That
It's like he was originally ours.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That sounds like
we
the name,
owned him.
That sounds like the name, like the protagonist of like an old mafia mob
Bambino Boulevard
television show lives on. Like, hey, follow me down to 67 Bambino Boulevard.
Or like the name of the character.
Yeah.
Like, who's that? Oh, that's Bambino. Bambino. Yeah, Bambino Boulevard. Like, wait a minute. Just like his last name's Boulevard.
His last name's a street. Like his name is a street.
Yeah, like it's kind of like Fenway. You know, it's like Fenway.
But that way, if you're saying like we're going to Fenway,
right?
You double meaning.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Everyone would be like, "Oh, I don't have tickets." But no, you don't need tickets. We're just going to Fenway. Like that's it. We're just going to one Fenway.
No, you imagine that?
Double zero Fenway.
You get in the Uber, just like, where are we going? Oh, Fenway.
Fenway.
Yeah. All right. What address though? No, we're going to Fenway.
We're going to Fenway.
Yeah, but it's a whole street. Like what?
no,
where on
we're
Fenway?
Fenway. No,
just drop me off on it, and I'll figure it out from
there.
Yeah. It's not a big road.
Yeah,
like
it's like a one way after 6 o'clock.
I don't even think you can like drive. Like, could you really drive on it?
You can during
days.
non-game days or during game time. Because like I was there last year. And they just shut it down at a certain point. They stop letting traffic go, and then they just block it. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, and that's how you can get into the stadium.
yeah.
Can you take me to Fenway? Like Fenway or Fenway?
Fenway.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
just drop me off.
What are we doing?
Or just really piss somebody off, and that like you can tell like they're very like, no, you got to change the name. Just like, yeah, take me to Yawkey Way. They'd be like, it's fucking Fenway.
Like, come on now, he's a racist. Get out. Get out. You're getting a negative rating.
Get out of my Uber.
yeah. You're getting a negative rating. That's it. You're out of here. Yeah, so that's what's really going on with the Red Sox is we've fixed their problem, the Yawkey Way problem.
Yeah, just Fen.
And we'll
Who's
let
Fen?
Yeah, who's Fen?
Oh, you guys don't get the joke. I hate you people.
Well played. And JD Martinez is here, so that's good.
Actually, that should be a rule in the season ticket holder things. Like, if you ever ask who Fen is, you lose. You lose all rights to enter a game.
Yep. You lose.
I don't understand why would they name the road after some guy named Fen? I've never even heard of him.
Fen. I've never heard that name.
Fenway. Yeah, I don't want. Why would they name it Fenway? Yeah, who is he? Did he even play for? God, I fucking hate. Get out of here.
That's it.
Leave.
You lose your season tickets.
Yep, you're done. Banned for life.
Speaking about for life, this is not a good segue. I thought I could work that in. Rob Gronkowski's playing one more year.
69. Go ahead.
There we go. Rob Gronkowski says he's going to commit to the 2018 season.
Trade him.
Trade him away.
You guys are really on the trade train, huh?
I just think that you
trade Fenway.
And what's his name's already saying he's ready to come back for next year.
Who would Marty be?
Yeah.
Trade away Rob Gronkowski.
I don't think you can downplay that he's not possibly one of the greatest tight ends of all time. But
listen,
if you can get a first and a second for him, I don't think that's a bad trade.
It's not a bad trade.
Hey, they have a lot of fun in Cleveland. Have fun over there.
Yeah. Supposedly, Tom Curran did a whole report talking about that he wasn't happy. He said that he was having the most fun playing
Trade him
football.
to the Cardinals.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying, yeah. That's what he said.
He's loved Arizona when he was there in college.
Right.
He'd be fucking big pimping down there.
Oh, fuck yeah. He'd be hanging out with fucking B.B. Jones all over again.
Get him in there. He has a girlfriend?
I don't believe that.
He does. She was in the Sports Illustrated.
I get that. I'm sure he's got a bunch of girlfriends.
No,
they all think they
like
are.
One girlfriend.
Committed relationship.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But trade him to Arizona. Where's he from? New York.
Yeah.
Trade him to Buffalo. Don't trade him to Buffalo. Do anything but that.
Don't trade him anywhere where he's going to play well. Yeah. Trade him to Arizona.
As I was saying that, I was like, this is a dumb thing to say.
Trade to Buffalo.
No.
I mean,
we have to play Buffalo 2 times a year. Don't trade him to Buffalo.
Unless you do like a fucking Herschel Walker trade with Buffalo. Listen, we're going to get your next 3 first-round picks.
Have fun have fun with our constantly injured tight end who doesn't know if he wants to play. Here you go. Yeah. We'll take 4 first-round picks from your team.
Yeah, we'll take your future. Thank you.
And fucking Nate Sudfeld. Fuck it. Throw him in. Or whatever his name is.
Zach Sudfeld?
No, that's not even his name. That's not who it is. Isn't Zach Sudfeld the backup for...
the backup tight end that was on the Patriots? That was Baby
No,
Gronk?
but there's a Sudfeld who's a quarterback too. But I think he's the quarterback in Philly. He's a backup in Philly.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking of whoever the dude is who they put in the game and he threw fucking like 4 interceptions.
Peterman.
Peterman.
Yeah,
Give me Peterman too. Fucking throw him in the deal.
I thought you were referencing that you were going to throw in Gronk and what was supposed to be the next Gronk and Zach Sudfeld.
No. We have Jacob Hollister. Will be cool.
Yeah. Sure.
He's the size of Hernandez.
Yeah.
He's an undersized tight end.
We got Marty B.
He's long.
We got Marty B. We got
Hernandez,
Dwayne Allen.
I just think this is a very cold, callous turn you guys are taking. Like, that's all.
No, I just
trade him away. Trade him away.
I just think he's not like he is a great player, and you love him for what he does for you when he's on the field, and he doesn't get in trouble off the field.
Never hurt you, yeah.
But I also think part of that's
he also spends a lot of time off of the field.
Yeah. And if you can get a first and I'm just saying first and second.
It's not bad.
I just think you get a team that especially if you send them to Arizona, okay, go ahead, take the leading sack leader and the fucking tight end, the best tight end in the game, but you have no quarterback. Yeah. You're still going to be below 500 in the NFC South.
My thing is, he's already questioning if he wants to continue to play football.
Right.
He's committed for one more year.
Yeah.
But he's already like.
But what if he's like? It comes back next year. He has a great year. And he's like, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. The
thing is, they have to win. In my opinion, for him to be all in again, they'd have to win the Super Bowl because you just fucking made the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And your first comments after were like, I don't know if I want to play again. It's you got right there. You were right there.
I really think it had more to do with the injury than anything.
The concussion.
Yeah.
This is the other thing that doesn't make any sense with me for Gronk. I don't want to play football. I'm worried about concussions. I'm going to go be a wrestler. Like, you get hit in the fucking head with chairs.
Yeah. But
not anymore.
Yeah,
not in the WWE.
Is he going to get thrown through a table?
Maybe.
Probably.
Concussions happen in wrestling.
It does. It does. I just think...
He has a bad back. He's going to get fucking slammed on his back all of the time.
But here's the thing, is that he'll do... I would assume he would do like a 15 appearances, 20 appearances contract.
Me and Aaron had this discussion already today. I don't think he should...
That's an unfair advantage.
He should...
No, he said he's like, dude, Gronk just do 4 a year. He shows up for WrestleMania and the rest are spotty. Yeah. And I'm like...
He should just come out of the crowd. He shouldn't have entrance music or anything. He should just randomly show up.
Yeah.
Just come out of the crowd, squash match everyone he ever wrestles, never be in title contention, just be like, oh, here's a Gronk appearance.
I was
gonna say, he is.
You know who he could be? He could be very similar to like a Rowdy Piper. Never holds the title.
Yeah.
Fan favorite.
Yeah.
Goes out there and does the
dirty work.
Well, not the dirty work. Goes out there and does like the most outlandish shit. Mm-hmm. Like you do Mr. T WrestleMania 3. So then what's he gonna do? He's gonna come out and he's gonna pick a fight with like whomever.
Is he? Mm-hmm. This might sound stupid. Is he really gonna be that popular as a wrestler?
I think Gronk would be.
Yeah,
I
think his name, Rob Gronkowski. Like that's what we were saying. Like, don't change anything.
Oh no,
like
he's
Rob Gronkowski.
Oh yeah, no. Like if he goes to be like a member of the Wyatt family or something, like put a bullet in my brain. Like he would have to be Rob Gronkowski. I don't think he'd have to be the football player.
I would even care that much, like that he's a wrestler.
Yeah, I think as a wrestling fan, it's like it's a name grab.
Yeah, but like I feel like
people love the fact that Ronda Rousey's on.
Are a lot of
that's a huge deal to a lot of people.
Do a lot of people like Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, there's a big fan base.
Or a lot of people.
I don't love him, but
I don't like him, but a lot of people do.
Yeah,
a lot of people. Right now. A lot of people say he's the big. Yeah. Besides, like John Cena, he's your biggest name.
That makes no sense to me.
What do you mean?
He's not even likable.
No, that's the point.
At least Gronk is like a likable personality.
But he's such a super powerhouse. Like when Brock's matches are fucking suplex. It's boring as shit to me. But people are like, he just demolishes people. And he's such a freak athlete. Like, he just jumps up onto the apron, and he's so big, and he's so strong.
Yeah, but that's
so
dumb.
Wrestling isn't real. Goldberg.
Of course he demolishes people. He's just told to demolish people. The match is set that way.
Right.
But he could be like Goldberg. He could be like Bill Goldberg.
Yeah.
Where he just goes on, like, just doesn't lose to people.
Oscar.
Yeah.
Oscar.
They're already doing it.
You're a girl, Oscar.
Yeah. I just think he could do it. I just don't know what he would do.
I don't know if I'd be that hyped for like a Gronk fucking wrestling.
He'd have to take it seriously, which I think he would.
I don't think I think he'd be a bad actor too. Like I don't think he's gonna.
No, I don't think he's gonna be a great actor.
People are saying like he's gonna be the next The Rock. Like I don't think he's gonna be the next The Rock.
I don't think he'll be the next The Rock.
The Rock is like dripping.
Sean William Scott.
The Rock is like dripping with charisma and creativity.
I don't think he's that funny. I've listened to his like battle raps and shit. I don't think he's that funny.
Yeah, but that was written for him.
No, he did the.
He might. I mean, If he can act a little bit, I mean, he can be popular.
I think he's pretty funny.
He's good looking. He can stay in shape. Well, he can even read a little, like some lines.
Sean William Scott is all he has to do is read a funny
Dude, Steven Seagal made $1 billion being a terrible actor who can throw really high kicks and look like an idiot.
Right.
There's also in the like golden age of action heroes.
But
he's not that anymore.
What do you think about Gronk?
Gronk
paid
would
a
be
ton of money to be
hero,
like in the even longest yard.
Is that a porn?
No, but I just think the one thing that everybody says like, oh well, these wrestlers they can't act. Well, obviously The Rock can,
right?
And Jericho hasn't done a lot to like really help that either, and neither has Hulk Hogan.
Hey, Stone Cold Steve Austin though.
Really bad.
What was that movie where like the whole island is just like people trying to fight to stay alive?
Like the Requiem or
The Reckoning
or something. It was like something weird like that. Yeah, where the whole island set up for them to kill each other.
Yeah,
but that's not a bad movie. But even his action in the movie is stiff. Mm-hmm. Like it's Agreed. Now here's the thing: people think that wrestlers you just go out there and do whatever. No, you have to be able to like make people believe what you're doing is real.
Right.
I don't think Gronk does anything that anyone believes is real, even when he's playing football.
I think he just likes...
People are like, no, that doesn't seem right.
He dropped a pretty wicked people's elbow on that Buffalo guy.
He did do that.
I think he just likes wrestling, so he likes the idea of being a wrestler.
Well, and as one of his best friends is.
Yeah, and I think he likes like watching him, and he's like, he thinks that this would be cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, until he has to be on the road. He hates being on the Patriots.
He's not going to be on the road.
He hates being on the Patriots. Yeah, but here's the thing. Ronda Rousey is going to go full time.
Yeah,
she is. He's not going to
She's a bigger name in that arena than he is.
Right.
You say that, but...
She is. Because she reaches...
It's like a fighter world. Like,
Yeah, she also reaches more than just me and Dave and you. She reaches women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but football is a pretty damn big sport.
Yeah, but there's a lot of women that look at Rob Gronkowski and they go, "Oh, he's just a big meathead. Who cares?"
He's a big dumb idiot, jock, stupid retard. You know what I mean? Like,
we understand that that's what he does, just to keep people thinking that.
And I think that works.
Yeah, no, it works for him. Yeah, it would work.
And you could do it, and he could just be Mojo fucking Rowley or whatever.
Perfect examples of like
he'll be bigger than Mojo.
Of course,
but there's perfect examples of like wrestlers that have turned it. Baron Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg's the biggest, but also like Roman Reigns, but he was more of a college player, not pros. Well, The Rock played in college in Canada, and then you also have what's his name, Ron, what's his name, Farouk. I don't know what his real name is. Ron Simmons.
Yeah.
He was a fucking he was like an he was like a Pro Bowl football player, and then went and did wrestling.
Right.
So you can do it. There's cases of it, but you have to have something else.
This is going to be like fresh off of the NFL. Not like I was a Pro Bowl player, took a couple years off, and now I'm a wrestler, like fade away from the spotlight. Yeah. This is going to be like a straight up, I just retired from football, and then I showed up on like SmackDown.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think he's
took
gonna,
like a year off from football, and that was it.
That
was only because he didn't know what to do.
I think Gronk would take some time because he'd have to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they just run him out there. I mean,
he would show up. I don't know if he would actually.
I don't
know if he'd actually like wrestle a match, but he'd show up.
Like Rousey has now been under contract for 2 months.
Yeah, something like
Royal
that,
Rumble, whatever. So over a month, she's shown up twice.
Yeah.
Picked up somebody
three times.
Picked up someone, put them through a table. And it's been 2 months now, you know what I mean? And she's actively training on when her fight is going to, you know what I mean? Like on how to actually wrestle or professional wrestle or whatever. So I think the same thing with Gronk. You'd see him like he was at WrestleMania last year. He'd come, he'd fucking shoulder tackle somebody, goes crazy, whatever, and then that's it. Like, okay, so he would do spots like that until he was ready.
Yeah,
and then so you would have
because you don't want him to take you don't want him to have the. Like a hard time off where he's out of the spotlight.
Right.
You want to like ride. You want to ride that like.
Right.
Hey, he's fresh off the NFL.
And he's coming. And he's coming for it. Yeah, right.
If Bam Bam Bigelow can get a main event match out of fucking LT in the heyday of his Coke days.
Excuse me.
Post retirement, he was just retired that year.
I need to see Gronk like high flying. If I'm going to be into it,
see, you say that. Watch the video of Psycho Sid in WCW.
God,
Tell me you want to see him jump in the air.
Real quick, not to turn this into a wrestling show. Did you see Seth Rollins' fucking jump on Monday night?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was like the whole ring.
Yep.
It was fucking nuts. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I need to see it like a flying drop kick, like off the top rope.
That'd be dope.
From Gronk.
I would like it. I think it'd be a flying shoulder tackle. That'd be like his thing.
That'd be lame. No,
it would be lame.
I need a drop kick.
I also think a drop kick is a lame move.
No, not from a big 6'7" tight end.
Touche.
See, yeah, no, you're right in yes and no. Like it depends.
Hurricane Rana, a diving Hurricane Rana.
A Rob Gronkowski Hurricane Rana. He would fucking break his neck immediately trying to spin.
Well,
around.
we had Rob Gronkowski.
Right. Well, the good thing is
New
that
England
he's playing
Patriots still
football for
have him.
2018. So we can worry about this next year.
Hopefully not for the Patriots.
Oh, wow. That's a wild take to me.
I just think here's the thing though. I
can
don't
get
want them to do what they fucking did with fucking what's his name and ship him out to fucking San Francisco for a fucking song. I don't want that.
Garoppolo?
You better get fucking if you got a second round pick for Garoppolo, you better get a first and a second for him.
This is my problem with it because I think Arizona's a great spot. There's no way in hell you get Arizona's first round pick this year.
Well, why
What
not?
about next year?
Maybe next year's first round pick. But
I would say
Arizona has such a problem at quarterback. It is impossible that you get their first round pick unless they sign a free agent.
Yeah.
They need
Do they
that first round pick.
sign Cousins?
Arizona? I think Cousins is a Jet.
I think Cousins is a Jet too. That's a good.
Think he goes to Buffalo?
Cousins? No, I think he's a Jet. I just said that.
Buffalo?
He's a Jet.
I think the Broncos make a lot of sense for him.
I don't understand how the Broncos can have this. It's like they have a magic pot of money that never runs out.
Right.
They're just like, oh, we throw contracts around to all of these people. We'll make Von Miller the highest paid defensive player of all time.
Yep.
We'll throw freaking Aqib Talib and Chris Harris money. We'll pay, Emmanuel Sanders, you're a free agent. Come to the Broncos. And then it's like, Kirk Cousins wants to be the highest paid quarterback ever in the history of the NFL. We can do it here.
We got it.
Come to the Broncos. Dude, John Elway is working some kind of weird black magic cap shit.
Agreed.
To just throw. He's his own fucking U.S. Mint, just printing money. Just like we have plenty of room.
Yeah.
The same John Elway who was on those Broncos teams that got in trouble for fucking with the cap.
Yeah. Quinky dink.
What do I know?
Quinky dink. Weird. How weird. How bizarre.
Interesting.
Well, speaking of interesting trades.
The sports report.
Yeah.
It's a sports report.
It's a sports report.
Hi, I'm Josh Dow.
Aaron, I'm gonna let you take over.
Well,
this is your world. Buddy.
So Friday night, I went to Providence.
Shut up! We're talking about the.
I went and saw the Providence Bees. Got to see them win 5-2 against the.
Even the Providence Bruins are scoring goals.
Yes. They're undersized in Providence. I get it that a lot of them are probably like 19 and still a lot of them don't grow facial hair.
Listen,
I get
Aaron, they won.
They did.
That's all that matters. What's their record? Are they good for?
I have no clue. I didn't pay attention to the record.
I went to go. You are a hockey guy.
I know, but I went to watch. I went to just go watch, just purely for the fun of watching it. There was a fight. I had turned my head to say something to my friend. By the time I turned my head back, the fight was over. I was like, it's what? I just see two guys with their helmets off and their gloves off. I'm like, well, that sucks. I missed the one fight of the fucking night.
Who won?
Don't know who started it. Don't know who
finished it.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing. I just saw the refs just go, all right, guys, and push them into their and their teammates picking up their gloves for them and stuff. That was it. They played the Bridgeport Sound Tigers, which is an affiliate of they're the Brooklyn Islanders now or whatever. They're not the Long Island Islanders anymore.
Oh,
I don't know what they call themselves.
They're the New York Islanders.
New York Islanders, but they were always you always knew that they were on Long
They're
Island.
going back to Long Island.
I heard that. There's a possibility.
No, it's
it's guaranteed now.
Yeah, but it's like we're going to play half of our home games in Long Island and half of them at the Barclays Center.
That sounds stupid.
That's what they're Long Island. People who live on Long Island who are huge Islanders fans are
losing their minds. I know.
They were super upset when they left.
Yeah, I went and saw them their last season there. It was the stadium's run down. They needed to replace it. But so they traded away one of the guys that I really loved. They traded away Ryan Spooner, a defensive prospect, a first-round pick, and a fifth-round pick, I believe.
I think so.
For Rick Nash. You picked up a guy 5-8 years ago was possibly top 5 player in the league. So he's removed from that. He's older. He's a rental. You got him for the rest of the season. But you might have picked up a guy that could gain you X amount of goals, a goal every night. Just he's kind of got that sniper style in him. he can go out there and just create goals.
Matt Bolesky was also in the deal.
Was he?
This is my thing, though. After the Patriots lost the Super Bowl, I think
you said the Bruins were the next team.
A podcast or something like that after, I said Boston will still win a championship.
Yep. And then he started doubling down on the Bruins because they started scoring goals.
I'm all in on the Bruins, Stanley Cup champions.
I just
all
think
in. I'm all in on the Sox. I'm all in on the Bruins. I'm all in on the Celtics. And Pat should trade Gronk. That's my
This is hot take Joe today. This is
I was going to say
the Celtics won't win a championship.
Well, here's the one thing
but
about
the Bruins will.
The Bruins traded with the Rangers, which is crazy. They usually don't do that, especially during during the season. I know, obviously, the Rangers started to blow it up. They were trading half their team.
The Rangers legit put out an email to their season ticket holders that were like, "Hey,
we're done. Yeah, we're done.
We quit. We quit this year.
Yeah, no, we're rebuilding." And then they also traded for a defenseman from, I think, Montreal. So
yeah, right.
That's the other thing. This is the one thing I will say though. That was the issue everybody had with. I forgot what the old GM was, but he would go out there and he wouldn't do deals with certain teams inside their conference and stuff. Blah 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 blah. I'm not doing that. This year, it's their GM's just we don't care. We're going for the cup. We're going to get whatever player plays best for the Boston Bruins, and we're going to go out there and win games. That's important to me. That's a good thing for the future.
That's what I like to hear after I make wild predictions about certain teams winning championships. I like going all in on that.
That's what it is. They're going all in on the cup. That's insane.
Cup time, cup time, cup time.
Tommy Wingles was the guy that they got.
From Montreal.
Yeah.
A nobody.
Oh, old Pringles Wingles.
Yeah, well, he scored in his debut, so
good for him.
Pringles.
They lost that.
I heard he was a big fan.
That first game.
Well, his debut. I don't know if his debut was
last night.
Yeah. I don't know.
I heard he was a big fan of those potato chips. They call them Pringles Wingles around.
Pringles Wingles.
And then Rick Nash's play last night was insane.
Son of Steve Nash?
No. He
close.
He fell. The goalie was coming out of the net. He falls trying to keep the puck out of the net, on the line, on the fucking red line, and then can't get it. Has to make a last ditch effort. Just lays out flat, puts his fucking skate on it, and kicks it away. And just lays on his back there with his arms arms stretched out, just flat as can be.
He's ready to make a snow angel.
Who did that, Rick Nash?
Yeah, and then scored later on.
Fuck yeah, dude's awesome.
Yeah, it was a great hustle play there.
Listen, that dude sounds like he's all in on the cup.
Well, I was going to say, he hasn't won one.
My question...
This is his chance.
Now, my question goes to...
Yep.
I think I know your answer. Did they give up too much?
I think so.
For a rental? To be honest with you, when he was reading off what they traded, I was like, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, it is a lot.
So, yes, they gave up too much. I don't care. Right. Win the cup.
Yeah. You give up, like I said, Spooner, 26 years old, Bolesky, another starter on your team, or another player on your team, professional player, first-round pick, fifth-round pick, for a 33-year-old for 2 more months. To be honest with you,
I would rather just trade all the picks in the draft if it meant I could win a cup this year.
Right, of course. Or yeah, no, I'm with that.
If it was you can trade your entire draft, even in the NFL. If it was you have to trade all 7 rounds, but you'll win the Super Bowl. I'd be like, no, I'm all in.
Done deal.
See, here's the thing.
Trade them all.
That guy comes off the books. I think Nash comes off the books. You still have
that money.
And one of the guys they traded to New York, the reason why they sent Spooner in the trade was they also traded another player that had a stupid contract that they should have never. That's right. Shirelli was the old GM.
Yeah.
He fucked them on a lot of deals.
Right.
And
so they're trying to free up some cap space.
And they did, but they had to give up Spooner with it and those picks to be like, hey, we know we're fucking you a little bit on that cap.
You said they traded a first-round pick, though?
With it,
yeah. Which is probably going to be the 30th pick in the
draft. It's not going to... If they win the cup, it's the 31st pick.
Oh, they're going to win the cup.
Okay, then. All right.
He's doubling down on
moving
this.
On.
So who do they face?
Oh, I don't know shit about hockey.
Las Vegas Golden Knights.
That's it. Golden Knights? First expansion team to in any league to ever compete for the cup. That's first season.
This is Joe's.
Golden Knights are a fraud.
He's letting you know.
You think so?
He's letting you know exactly what he
I don't think they're
are they the first? Are they first?
They have the best record in hockey.
All right, that doesn't bode well. I was hoping they would be like second, so that they would have to go on the road more than they got to play at home, and then they would lose.
Yeah, no.
But if they are first, you have to just play them in Vegas. All the time.
Vegas flu.
Nope. Yep. Someone doesn't fall for the Vegas flu and they win. That's.
I see. The one thing is, if they play Dallas, they're set because fucking Tyler Sagan's just going to be out partying. Their best players are going to be out there just getting hammered.
Now, see, right now the Bruins are third in their division.
Yes,
behind Tampa Bay and
Toronto. Yeah.
The Las Vegas Golden Knights have the best, or they're tied for the best record in the West with the Nashville Predators.
Oh, that's who the Bruins play.
No, they're part of the West.
The Predators, right?
Yeah, but they're saying the Bruins.
That's who
they could play. They could play in the Cup. Yeah.
No, that's who they will play in the Cup.
You're saying Predators beat the Knights, huh?
I'm saying Predators, Bruins win in 5.
I like the conviction for a guy that has no idea about hockey.
Hey.
I love this. Just
double
5. Easy 5.
It's not even gonna be close.
I'm just waiting for it to be like, and by the way, Tuuk is going to stand on his head.
Yeah, and
I'm
sure he is.
I was waiting for him to say that.
Be honest with you, they just need like a good arm stand.
just give me a plank.
Like that it's like a headstand, but with one hand down still. They just need like one of those kind of.
Just give me a one arm stand.
Yeah.
He's just going to do it.
That's all they need because they're going to score like 10 goals a night.
Yeah. That's true.
Rick
scoring.
Nash is Canadian, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just like Steve
most
Nash.
of them are.
See the connection there?
It might be
Steve
relatives.
Nash, Canadian. Rick Nash, Canadian.
Ooh.
Steve Nash, MVP season. Rick Nash.
MVP season. Little deceiving number 42, considering we're always talking about, man, the Bruins are really scoring this year.
Yeah.
They're really scoring.
Yeah.
They've given up the least amount of goals in the NHL.
That also helps.
Yeah.
Scoring a lot of goals and stopping a lot of goals.
On your head.
I also think that's
good.
Like Chara just being like, listen, I live in buckets of ice.
Right.
I think he's like,
my wingspan is those of like 1,000 suns.
He's still my favorite player.
How old is he now?
I think he's 40.
No, I want to say he's 39. I don't think he's 40.
He's close to the. He's close.
He's
to
in that. He's in that weird Zdeno Chara.
He's half Brontosaurus, isn't he?
He's 40.
He's 40.
He'll be.
He's also
6'9". Yeah.
He's half Brontosaurus.
With his stick, he has like a wingspan of like 12 feet.
He has the neck of 2 giraffes. Like, it's ridiculous.
He's well put together.
He's well put together, man. He'll be 41 in 2 weeks. 3 weeks.
Jesus.
It's crazy.
He has that giant fucking stick, and he used to have like the fastest slap shot in the fucking NHL. I don't know if he still has that.
No, I mean, he doesn't do it anymore. He doesn't. If he doesn't make the All-Star, like I
used to love when the whole Bruins style was like they'll get in the boards and they like rough each other up. All of a sudden you'd see that puck like kick back to Char and just like wow, just like from the clouds. All of a sudden you just have a puck like going like 900 miles per hour at your goalie.
So I take it. What was it? What's his name from fucking Mighty Ducks was your favorite character? Fuller?
God, it's been so long.
Fulton Reed.
This is the dude who could hit the puck really hard.
Couldn't skate, but he could crank it out.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that this year Boston's going to have 2 athletes starting in their position at 41 years old.
What if I told you
in 2 different sports?
The
2 most physical sports.
What if I told you that the start of the year that Boston won a championship, but it wasn't going to be New England?
Patriots, yeah. With them in the playoffs.
That would be a bet you'd want to take because nobody would bet against the Patriots.
New England is going to make the playoffs.
Right. Not win the Super Bowl, but another Boston team will.
Boston will win a championship. New England will make the playoffs.
We'll go to the Super Bowl.
But it's not New England.
Right. That's a wild
You would be like, oh, yeah, it's going to be the Bruins. No doubt.
So I'm going to take the field on winning the championship before the Patriots. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's tough.
I would still say no.
I mean, see, here's the thing. That would help you in that. Nobody thinks the Red Sox are making a run at anything.
Right.
Well, I don't know.
And more people would expect
on them too.
And I think more people are higher on the Celtics.
Yeah.
A couple months ago versus right now and the Bruins. The Bruins make this. They trade for a multi-time All-Star.
Right.
Guy making a cup run. Yeah, and then versus the Celtics didn't. They haven't made it.
There is no doubt.
They didn't make a move.
No doubt in my mind that next week, the Bruins made the worst trade of all time. Should blow this team up. The Red Sox suck.
Yeah.
The fucking Celtics are awful.
Yeah.
Win is football season. That is coming.
Don't trade Gronk.
Trade Gronk. You need to keep your tight end. Brady needs his binky. Edelman's coming off an ACL. Yeah, you'll never. Yeah, right. I'm with you. 7 days from now, tune in and hear what Joe thinks about everything he just said.
Mood swing Joe in full effect. Joe pessimism.
I think they gave up. I think they gave up too much.
I feel
I actually agree. I agree with that.
I think they got better this year, though.
Yeah,
they're a better team now. So
Dave, come to the island with me. Yep. Say it.
They're gonna win the championship this
year. Say it. Come to the island with me.
We'll see.
They gave up too much.
Right.
I agree with that, but
I mean that would be a badass. Like I still want to go. I was supposed to go to last time for the parade. I didn't get to go.
They're gonna win the cup.
I just want to go to one this year.
Yeah. I just
want to be able to call and say, I don't feel good. I'm going to Boston.
I love that. I love the hockey. I love the hockey thing, where like hockey players and like hockey, like people who cover hockey, they always shit on basketball or like other sports.
Yeah.
And every championship that comes across to be like, turns out you can't drink out of the fucking Super Bowl trophy.
Right.
You can't drink out of the
World Series.
World Series.
Right. Yeah.
Just
you can literally fuck in a hot tub with the Stanley Cup as long as that guy's there to like clean it off after.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's incredible.
You can drink shots out of the Stanley Cup.
Sir Stanley.
Sir Stanley's Cup.
Sir Stanley's Cup.
Which will be Bruins property at the end of.
We'll be back. Be back in the Commonwealth area.
I think it's about time for a nice Bruins championship. It's been a while.
We're about due.
2011.
It's been a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Celtics have had a longer drought.
Yes, but the Celtics
They're
have
in
had
full blowout mode.
The Celtics have also had like more like just positive vibes about them recently, whereas the Bruins are just like. The Bruins are like 2 years removed from just like people just like legit hating the team.
Wait, they lost. Like they went. They got literally swept in the playoffs.
Right. That and then the year before they gave up the 3-1 lead.
Yep.
And then it was like, oh, this fucking team.
Yeah.
And then it was like, then they got swept.
They're such a like hard team.
God.
Back then, and that's the thing is like we keep making the joke about like, oh, they're able to score goals. They're able to score goals. When you watched when they had fucking Claude as their fucking coach,
con, man.
If you would have asked,
he's great at like drawing up a defense,
right?
But he needs like certain players to have that defense. He literally traded for every like defensive player that he loved,
right?
And they were good, but then they all started to get old and injured.
I think actually at the start of this season, like last calendar year ago, whatever, if you would have said rank the teams most likely to win a championship in Boston from 1 to 4.
Yeah,
you know
it would have won Patriots,
Red Sox,
Celtics, Bruins.
Yeah, Bruins would have been last on the list.
Yeah.
And now they're going to win the Stanley Cup.
Pre-Kyrie, it still probably would have been Celtics. Post-Kyrie, you might have said Celtics higher than the Red Sox. If you did it after the trade for Thomas.
Oh yeah.
Some people may have had Celtics too.
Before all the
especially before the Stanton trade.
Well, I was gonna say before the all the Super Bowls with the Patriots.
Yeah,
like it was Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics, Patriots.
Yeah.
And then they started winning Super Bowls, and it was like, all right, we're gonna leap the Celtics because the Celtics suck,
right?
And then we're gonna leap the Bruins because they're not doing anything,
right?
And it was like Red Sox Patriots because the Red Sox won in 2004,
right? Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like they were able to keep you interested.
As the Patriots, their trajectory was like they're going to be the best team in the city. Oh, the Red Sox broke the curse. Oh my God! Yeah. Like, this is great. And then
they bought themselves some goodwill until the Patriots started winning again.
To just stay good.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think the other teams are always like so.
Boston was like, we're a baseball town, and then the Patriots were like, well, we won 3 championships. And they're like, well, all right, maybe we're a football town. Yeah, and then the Red Sox broke the 2004.
Curse. Yeah, they break the curse.
They're like, no, we're a baseball town. And then the Patriots just had to like beat them into submission. We're going to be so good every year that you will be a football town.
It's a football town now.
I don't want to hear anything about the fucking Red Sox. We're a football team.
Shut up, your game.
And now, even when the Red Sox won another one,
2013.
Yeah, and the Pats are, and it's just like, I think we still might be a football town.
I can't believe the Pats lost the AFC Championship.
It doesn't help that like the next year the Red Sox were like the last place team.
Right, they went last to first.
Yeah.
I was gonna say also like the you've had so many players like Manny, and you've had other players on the Red Sox that were like, or JD Drew, guys that you like overpaid on. Like obviously Manny, I know you loved him, but towards the end he was just a shithead. Like how we treat.
I loved that 13 Red Sox team though. I loved them,
but that was without Manny. I'm just talking.
I know, but I just love them because they were. I remember listening to the offseason that year.
That's the last time they were likable.
I remember listening to the offseason that year as they were adding these pieces and like listening to Boston's like sports talk, just like who are these guys are just going to be like
Gomes and
whatever team. And it's
Gomes
just
went
like,
and got the tattoo on his side.
They all just clicked.
Yeah.
Like it was just like this rag. It was like what I imagine Moneyball is. Just like this ragtag group of no ones that like.
Yeah, but
mathematically added up to this World Series team.
Yeah, you also had like Mike Napoli figured like, hey, he's never played first base before. I don't know what he's gonna be able to do. His knees are bad.
Yeah, but his look at his war and
his hips are horrible. He's never gonna be able to do it. I'm like, have you seen him? He hasn't stopped partying for fucking how many years? Like since he won the World Series.
Mike Napoli.
You go.
Mike Napoli discredits your torn ACL with a porn star thing. Because Mike Napoli been fucking porn stars a while.
Yeah, but here's the difference. He's already got fucked up hips.
Did he ever tear his ACL? He might have torn his ACL too. I don't know. Maybe there's a direct correlation between porn star sex and ACL tears.
But also not during during an all-pro season.
Yeah. That's the name of the episode, by the way. Porn star sex and ACL tears.
Fenway?
Fenway.
At the end of it, and Fenway, question mark.
But Fenway.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. No, I just think this city finally is going to...
Aaron?
It's more... you know how like we always talk about like there's going to be a year like Patriots going to win it. The Bruins are going to win it, and and it's like, or not the Bruins, but like the Celtics. You know what I mean? Like you start thinking about it, you're like, as much as everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Boston's done, man," like this reign of terror is over.
We have like a nice 3-year window left for that, so I think the Sox better get on. Yeah. Sox better get on it. The Celtics better get on it.
But I think they have better people in charge now of the Red Sox that can put them in that position.
Before we switch subjects, though,
Aaron,
what?
Come to the island.
I'm not coming to the island yet.
Come to the island.
I'm not coming to the island yet.
Not yet.
Dave?
I am.
Dave, I'm throwing you the life thing. The little life circle.
I'll hold it. I'll sit out here like
I'm on the island. You guys are drowning out there.
I'll hold on like Jack Dawson for as long as I can. And then
I just want
see what happens.
The listening public to know. Joe, what's today's date? It's still February?
February 28th.
The last day of February.
Yep.
Joe is the first one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tune in next week, and Joe will say that the Bruins won't make the playoffs.
I am cementing this take.
All right.
Joe is the first one.
Ink it
on the Bruins Stanley Cup Island.
Ink it right there.
And I've offered life rafts.
Yeah.
And they haven't taken them yet. But when they get here, I will dance on graves and hold it over their head when the Bruins win the Stanley Cup that I was the first one on the island.
That's fine.
We will celebrate together on the island, but I will let you know that it is Joe Island. I am the founder of the island. I built this with my bare hands. It's a man-made island.
See, Joe will get a message, hey, are you watching the parade right now?
Right.
And then I'll hold a sign, I don't care, Joe, I'm here.
Right. Yeah, my response would be are you watching
island?
Someone would message me like, "Are you watching the parade?" Be like, "No, I don't actually care about hockey. I just write about the Bruins."
Aaron's gonna sound like I'm taking over your island.
No, you cannot. This is not a coup. You cannot have a coup. I built this island.
Do you want to build like a dune? Yeah, like a beach dune. Me and you somewhere.
No, you guys are on a sandbar.
Okay, I can stand on that.
Yeah, you're on a. We don't like the Bruins yet. Sandbar. Somewhere off in the distance.
Hold on. I was the one that said. I'm the one that always wants to talk about the Bruins.
Let it be known that Joe is on the island before our official Bruins correspondent.
I actually go to Bruins games.
Oh, the baby Bruins.
I went to a Bruins game a couple years ago.
I've only been to a
They're expensive.
I have never been.
You've never been to a hockey game?
I've been to a college hockey game. I've never been to a
college hockey's good
Providence
too.
Or
listen, I thought about it. I've actually contemplated buying season tickets to the Providence Bruins.
It's a good
so
live
fun.
sport. It's such.
It's the best live sport.
See, here's
it's
the
the
thing.
best live sport.
never fight me on that.
Here's the thing. You're not.
Well,
you're,
curling, then hockey, though.
Curling naturally.
But you're not.
Congratulations to the American men.
Have you seen that guy has swag for days? The dude with the stash?
Yeah.
And he has the arm thing. He has an arm sleeve for curling.
Right.
He has a straight up.
There's a shooter sleeve.
Yeah, he has a shooting sleeve, like NBA shooting guard's shooting sleeve.
Yeah.
He's a curler with a fucking porn stash.
I love the meme where it's like the U.S. men's curling team looks like a bunch of dads that were just trying to get away from their families on the weekends and wound up winning the gold in South Korea.
The best story from the Olympics is like she was like a Malaysian loser or something like that.
Just call her a loser?
A loser.
I'm sorry.
No, she was a snowboarder, I think.
Yeah.
And
loser.
she went down the half pipe, and all she did was like go up in the air and come back down and like go up in the air. She didn't do any tricks.
Yeah.
Just like skated to just barely get off the half pipe and come back down. She finished in last place. She had qualified for the events because the Olympics takes like the top 30 people, and they didn't have enough people in the events, so she was a top 30 person. And all she did was show up and finish in like last place.
Yeah.
And every event.
You're an Olympic athlete.
And she was an Olympic athlete.
Check that out. That would have been dope if she bronzed out or something.
That's the thing. Like, all those the winter sports is just like.
Yeah. It's just
it's not that hard to be an Olympic athlete because there's only like 5 people who do skeleton in the world.
Right. It's like people that do a hop.
By the way, skeleton.
Wild thing.
Creepiest sport. Like scariest sport. Those people have. And the thing is, they're laying on their stomach. They look like seals,
head first.
Just like if you crash, you're dead.
My neck. See, I have too many problems. Like I can't sleep on my stomach because my neck. I can't imagine. No, think about it. Holding with that helmet on.
I know.
No way.
What, do you want to do it without the helmet on?
Yes.
You'd be a real skeleton.
Well, they're probably going to die anyway. So. They're literally going like 107 miles an hour, just like on a tiny little piece of like.
It's like
just doubling down.
It's just like a slab of plastic. They were talking. Jerry Seinfeld did a bit once about the skeleton, where he was saying the skeleton is the only sport where you don't have to practice at all. You can just take a guy off the street and just be like, "No, I don't want to do this." Like, no, he just broke the world record.
Yeah, somebody. I remember some comedian talking about how it's like you can just literally throw a dead body on a piece of wood and just push him down the ice.
It turns out the American who won gold in the skeleton has actually not been alive for the past like 4 years. You want to know how you can become the most aerodynamic person ever? Be a skeleton.
Be dead first.
Be a skeleton.
That's why it's called that. It's actually meant for corpses. But
that's how they used to transport dead bodies in like Iceland.
Just to put them down the big pipe.
Yeah, Greenland.
No
that's
noise.
how they get rid of their dead bodies. They put them on a little thing. And
Makes sense. You guys ready to do your top 5s?
Yes, sir.
But before we do that, we still got the Celtics. Forgot about that.
Oh.
The Celtics, after all this talk about who's going to win championship first.
not the Celtics.
Well,
They're playing good.
Playing real good.
Yeah,
they came off the break real hot. 3-0 or 3-0. Coming off the break. They've scored 110, 121, 109 points in their 3 games.
Okay.
Yeah, hello. Offense
Where
is
is
back.
that coming
Kyrie
from?
Irving has been taking games over.
How much have they given up?
They've given up 98 twice and 112 once. So the game that they gave up 112 is the one where they scored 121. So it was a kind of a shootout game, but they haven't given up 100.
Who'd they play?
They played not great competition. It was Pistons, Knicks, Grizzlies.
Pistons, Knicks, Grizzlies. All right.
So
well, no David Fizdale. So
yeah, post Fizdale. R.I.P.I.P.
Take that for data.
Yeah. Pistons are a decent team.
Yeah, they got Blake and Drummond.
Yeah, Blake and Drummond. Yeah. Knicks are useless. They're the team that they gave up 112 points to. They have a tough time with the Knicks. Remember when Michael Beasley went AWOL?
Yeah.
The
bees.
Yeah, the Knicks just have their.
He became
the bees.
He became the bee's knees.
The bee's knees
against them.
Don't like that one.
Okay. That's a bad joke.
It's a bad joke. Okay, the Grizzlies.
Fenway.
Okay. Now we're back. Now we're back. And the Grizzlies are probably competing somewhere around the 8th seed in the West. Like borderline playoff team.
Oh, it's a playoff team.
Yeah. But you got to beat the teams you play. You know what I mean? You got to win those games. If they didn't beat them, we'd be like, I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? Like,
no, that would be even worse.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, we'd be like, fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, this is not
Yeah,
good.
but
This
I don't
team's
feel as confident that they are going to win the East as I did.
They're one loss back from the Raptors. You think the Raptors are better than the Celtics?
No.
I don't think so either. And the Cavs are about 6 games behind them.
Yeah, but I'm worried about
You're
the
talking
Cavs
about
come
in the
playoff
finals.
time.
I got
yeah.
you. I think they're going to win the East. Like,
no.
Be the number 1 seed.
They could win the number 1 seed last year.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about the Cavs come playoff time.
The Cavs have kind of touched back down to earth. It's not all fun and games anymore. It's not all Larry Nance Jr. and fucking Jordan Clarkson. They've had a couple tough losses.
And maybe that'll change. Because, I mean, the Celtics are coming off a really bad streak before the All-Star break. Now they've won 3.
Yeah. They lost 4 out of 5, and the one win that they had was an overtime win.
Before the break?
Before the break.
Yeah, and then...
And now they won by 12, by 9, by 11.
Whatever happened to your German wonder?
Daniel Tice?
Yeah.
He's doing things.
I mean, he's still playing.
He's doing things.
Tice talk?
Tice talk. Yeah.
You got a per 48 on him?
Let me hit you. He led the team in scoring the other night.
What?
He had like 27 points.
He's
he's
like the lowest paid player on the team, right?
Per 48?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, he gets paid in Bundesliga bucks.
That's true.
It's a German soccer league, Bundesliga. He gets paid in German soccer league bucks.
Nice, very good.
Bundesliga bucks.
I think they get paid in francs in Germany.
Bundesliga bucks.
On Sunday's game, he had 12 points, 7 rebounds.
Per 48?
No, in the game.
Yeah, but
Oh,
how many minutes
48?
did he play?
He played
2.
24 minutes, so take half of that again. So he would have had 18 points and 10.5 rebounds. And also 7.5 fouls. So
well, that's been Tice. That's been Tice talk the entire time.
That's your typical.
He goes
Tice
in there, he
talk
punches
right
people in the face. He scores and rebounds efficiently.
He's been doing some things.
What about Greg Monroe?
Greg Monroe has not been a huge contributor yet. I just want to touch on something real fast.
He is
here.
huge.
Daniel Tice for the season per 36 minutes is 13 points, 10.7 rebounds.
Per 36, not per 48.
Yeah, not per 48. That'd be a whole game.
First 48.
They do keep that, though, per 40 if you were to play the whole game, but they don't have it listed right here. Who just about Monroe? Greg Monroe.
Hasn't done jack.
Yeah, he did not play on Sunday. Was a good old
healthy scratch.
Good old DNP.
Big time contributor.
He has played in 6 games for the Boston Celtics. He's played 13 minutes on average. He's averaging 6 points, 5 rebounds.
Is it crazy to me to
6
think
and 5 in 14 minutes isn't bad.
Here's the other thing. Is it crazy to me to think every year Georgetown puts out like this crazy good big man?
Yeah.
Except for like was it Ewing? Who else has been like a great big man that came out of... Okay, Lonzo Mourning. I retract that statement. Mm-hmm. But other than those two guys, all these other big men, they never really turn out...
Who was
they're dominant.
Was Roy Hibbert a Georgetown guy?
Yeah, he was, but like...
He only had like 2-3 years.
Yeah, and then he's like, hey, I'm important. They should get me more money. And then he fucking flopped.
I had a guy tell me... I got in an argument with a Pacers fan that tried telling me Roy Hibbert was a top 10 NBA player. I was like, that's a wild thing.
Didn't Roy Hibbert like get like the equivalent of the yips?
Yeah.
He like legit couldn't score.
He
would like get the ball like right under the hoop and it's just like I can't do it, and he would miss the shot.
I'm vastly underrating Greg Monroe's contribution so far. It's because he plays in small spurts. He's only has 13 minutes, but his per 36, he would have 15 points, 12 rebounds, which is good. So if he's doing that, he's playing 14 minutes, which
I
is like a
that
third.
They just have a good rotation of big guys.
Yeah, and now the Baines is back.
Yeah,
you got Baines, Horford, Tice, Monroe.
Yeah,
that's solid.
I didn't realize how much.
And Semi Ojeleye coming in as like the stretch forward. Semi Ojeleye, that's right.
I didn't realize how much.
The best nickname.
Al Horford gets paid.
Max player, max deal.
$27 million.
Max deal.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Hey,
one more year.
And then Kyrie's only making 18.
Yeah. Right.
Not for long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not after the Celtics.
Well, luckily.
Now I have one Celtics question.
Yep.
There's a lot of talk about the Anthony Davis
That
thing.
island doesn't exist. Oh.
Let's make our own island now, Dave.
You guys want to go on that island? You guys want to go on that island, but you won't come on my island.
I'm sticking on Browns Island. They're going to win a game soon.
They are.
You guys are Browns.
I'm doubling down on that.
You know what? I feel good. I feel real good about being the only one on this island now.
Anthony Davis. A lot of talk is that it would cost you Horford, Smart.
Do it.
Hold on. Horford, Smart, the Lakers pick. If the Lakers pick doesn't hit, it'd be the Memphis pick or the Sacramento pick the following year. And Tatum or Brown.
No.
Brown, I think, is the correct move.
No.
You would not do that?
I don't think Anthony Davis adds that much that you're trading away.
I think he's a very, very, very rare, great player.
Wait. Run back through who you just said.
Horford.
Davis is an upgrade.
Yes.
Jalen. We'll say Jalen if you want to.
Brown. Jalen Brown.
We'll take Jalen Brown.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart.
Yep.
First round pick.
Absolutely, I would do it in a heartbeat.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't even second guess it.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do it.
I would not even. I would.
What does he give you?
Send on the fucking deal before that trade all the way came through for Jalen.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
He is so much of an upgrade over.
Do you know what you would have left?
What I would have left?
You would have Kyrie.
Yep.
Going into a contract year.
Kyrie signing back.
Maybe.
Because okay,
all right. So
you have enough space for two.
So you
two max contracts.
You already have Hayward and Anthony Davis.
Yeah, you have enough space for 3. Every team has enough space for 3.
So you give the super max or whatever they call
Kyrie
it.
Deserves it
to Kyrie.
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. Then what? You have Tatum.
Yeah.
You have Kyrie.
Yeah. Hayward, Davis.
Tatum, Davis.
Yeah.
And then you...
Terry Rozier.
Fuck yeah, Terry Rozier.
Who was a free agent the next year, at the end of that year. I think you have nothing.
You replace him.
Nothing left.
You replace him. Especially if you don't know...
With what money?
You can sign someone.
I know, you get some exception money.
You draft someone.
Yeah, but what pick?
You have a
Give
second.
your pick away.
Don't we always make that joke? If it's not in like the top 10, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Do they still have their pick or no? They just have.
I think
the
they traded
pick.
that away for.
I would do it. I think Anthony Davis is that much better.
I think their pick, the Celtics pick, was.
There'd have to be some language in there.
What does he not? What does he?
No, he does everything. Now I have 2 reasons why
he does everything better too. He's significantly better than Al Horford.
Here's what but does he do everything better than Horford, Brown, Smart together?
To me, losing Smart isn't that big of a loss. Terry Rozier is Smart. They're the same player.
No.
Yes.
There's a wild difference defensive net rating between Smart and
Rozier. That's awesome. Yeah, but it's okay because you have a wildly different better defender in
the paint.
In the paint.
Right.
So if you can, Terry Rozier is still a good defender.
Yeah.
Is Marcus Smart a better defender? Absolutely. Yeah. But if Terry Rozier fucks up,
Jalen Brown, you're talking about
if Terry Rozier fucks
one
up,
area as opposed to 3.
If Terry Rozier fucks up, have fun. Have fun with fucking the brow in the middle of the paint.
Yeah, sure. How's that working out for New Orleans?
Did you just see? Didn't Anthony Davis just drop like a 53-17-11 game?
Sure, and they're not going to make the playoffs again.
They're not as talented as the Celtics are.
DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis is 2 of the top 6 players.
DeMarcus Cousins isn't playing
right now.
He got hurt.
Even when they were playing together, they didn't look great.
Going into his injury, they're not in the playoffs.
Yeah, but it's different. It's that you can't build an entire thing around 2 big guys. You aren't. You're building. You have an all-star small.
You can't build a team around a point guard.
You have an all-star forward. You have an all-star guard. You have an all-star center. You have all 3 like major.
Right.
Like
you have Hayward coming back from having his leg broken in half.
He'll be fine.
And I think he will be. But
I think he's going to be.
There's going to be some mental stuff there.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I think it's really hard for.
I think the first time he goes up for a shot and there's a guy standing next to him, he's going to fucking come down like on his ass.
I think it's. I think it's really hard for people to think about this team with Gordon Hayward because they haven't seen it.
Yeah, right.
But I'm basing off the fact that you have Gordon Hayward still. Like I'm not. like it's a lot of people are like, I don't know if I want to give up Jaylen Brown right now, but you have to remember we don't have Gordon Hayward right now, so it's like it's harder to think about giving up Jaylen Brown because we don't have Gordon Hayward. Of
course, right? Yeah.
If you have Gordon Hayward, Jaylen Brown all of a sudden comes.
The demand for Jaylen Brown seems more important because you haven't seen Hayward. Right?
You know how they always talk about how like the sophomore slump, especially in football, but basketball as well. Like you're finally getting the swing of things of the NBA. All of a sudden, Tatum takes a major step back, and you have that gaping hole in that position.
Right
now, you don't have Brown to fill it.
Yeah. So then, if you honestly think that you think Tatum's going to take a step back, then trade Tatum. Keep Brown.
No, I just think I don't mean like long term, but that next season.
I just think long term Tatum is the better player.
I think he could be, yeah.
I agree with you. I think Jalen's a way better athlete.
Yeah.
I think, but the thing is,
he's a much better defender.
To be honest with you, the safer play is to trade Tatum in that trade. Is the safer move because you already have seen 2 years of Jaylen Brown, and you know
what
this is a player.
Right.
And you haven't seen Tatum for a whole year yet.
Yeah,
and you've seen him up and down. Yeah. So,
and Jaylen Brown and Kyrie have a great chemistry together.
Right,
but
if you can't resign him,
upside on Jason Tatum could be unreal. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then, but my problem is, and it's a big what if. What if Kyrie doesn't stay?
See, that's what I'm saying. If you can't re-sign him,
if he doesn't, then you have leaving. Then you have. I don't think he is either. But let's just say what.
Why would he leave?
The fact that he might stay is equally he might not. And I mean, I agree with you. I think that he will. But what if he doesn't? Because we're saying okay, so next or in 2 years we're saying okay, you got Kyrie, you got Hayward, you got. Well, let's say you don't have Kyrie, and now you have Hayward and Davis, and Tatum. And Rozier.
Now you got to figure. Yeah, I was gonna say Rozier's your point guard.
Rozier's your guard, your only guard you have. Yeah. Like that's tough. I think it's a lot. I think you're giving up a lot. I understand Anthony Davis is a top 5 player, probably top 3, total talented guy.
And Kyrie Irving's probably top 10.
Also, yeah, Kyrie Irving's probably top 10. Yeah, I put him around 8. Yeah, I'd check in there. I just think Kevin Love was a top 5 NBA player. It's really easy to accumulate mega stats.
When you're the only
guy there.
Now
he does it with Cousins also, so that's not I'm not knocking him, but he seems better without Cousins because someone has to grab a rebound.
I agree with you, but you were also saying like look at where they are. Mm-hmm. I think having a really good guard always
Drew Holiday and Rajon Rondo are there.
Oh yeah, but they not
feed.
It's not the same as having a legit offensive threat at guard. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Drew Holiday's pretty good.
Player. Having like a guard like Kyrie Irving, will benefit having a big man like the dynamic of the two of them together is way more dangerous than just like we have the Twin Towers,
right?
You know what I mean? Because then it's just like we know where the ball's going. It's going
right, but it's more. But that's actually more unguardable.
It's going low. It's going in the paint.
But it's more unguardable because you're in an era where you don't have big guys. Like there's only 5 big guys.
Yeah, but they're going to score. They're trying to score
Russell
in the paint.
Westbrook, Chris Paul. Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
But if you have
both those guys.
They can stretch. Yeah. But you know the majority of the points.
Their strong suit is inside. Yeah.
Whereas Irving can score from everywhere.
Right. He's deadly as fuck. Don't get me wrong.
And if he's going to penetrate, if Irving's going to decide he wants to get to the hoop with the ball, and you just drift Anthony Davis out,
right?
And you have Hayward out there, I mean.
It's deadly.
It's unstoppable.
It's deadly. Right.
How do you stop it? You're going to move your center and follow Anthony Davis?
But that's a lot of what like Rondo does for the Pelicans.
Yeah, but Rondo's kind of past it now. You know what I mean? And you can just lay off of him. You can just play back on Rondo and just say shoot.
No, but what I'm saying is that he'll get in there and dish.
Yeah.
And feed feed
but
Davis
he's not
also.
as big of a he's not
as much attention.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't just ignore Kyrie Irving.
Right.
He's going to score all over you.
Rondo the other night had like a 6.19 assist game.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. You mean Rondo played like Rajon Rondo?
Yeah.
How many times did he go for an easy layup and then decide to pass the? Yeah.
I know how you stop Anthony Davis. You wait till he sleeps and you shave off the fucking unibrow.
This is why Aaron was out instantly when you said Anthony Davis.
Yeah, no, I don't want him here. I don't want him here.
You could have said...
There's got to be language in that contract where we can shave that fucking thing off. We have Gillette in New England.
You could have said the trade is a bag of 99-cent
from Lime Tavern.
A bag of 99-cent Lay's potato chips for Anthony Davis straight up. And Aaron had been like,
if you said to me, hey, Horford and Horford and Smart and a first round pick, okay.
Oh, so it's just one of the two rookies.
I just wouldn't want to do that. I think that's too much.
I think it's too much too. Because I think
even if you want to throw
nucleus is going forward.
What do you think Marcus Smart is as a player?
Like, no, I was going to say even in that,
I think he's uncomparable. Really,
he's like a defensive specialist.
You know what I think? I think Marcus Smart is Ron Artest.
He's a defensive specialist, but he's not as good as Ron Artest is.
I don't know.
Ron Artest was an all-star, wasn't he?
I think but Smart's in his third season.
He's not going to be an all-star.
I think he will be.
I don't think he will be.
I almost want to say, even if you wanted to throw in even if they wanted to be like, listen, we need another guard, whatever.
Right.
Rozier, go ahead. I just think if you give up Brown or Tatum, you're giving up something that's really special.
I would like to do Horford and 9 picks. You know what I mean?
Listen, you can build your team on our draft picks because they're going to be horrible draft picks because we're going to go for the fucking championship
the
every
thing
year.
is, you're going to lose those guys then.
You think so?
You're going to lose if the trade is Horford, and 9 picks, and I'm going to keep my rookies.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going to end up leaving because you're not going to pay one of them over Kyrie or Hayward or.
No, they'll be those guys.
What do you mean they'll be them?
You trade Horford, right?
Yeah.
You're going to give Jalen's deal will be up in 2 years.
He's gone.
No, you pay him.
How?
You have Hayward and Irving under contract. That's it.
What about Davis?
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
They're going to leave.
See.
Oh, no. Financially you wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah,
right.
You can only keep 3.
Here's the thing. I would, if it was me, the way this team's already been, if next year you see the nucleus isn't working with fucking Hayward, trade him somewhere.
You only got 1 year, though.
Yeah.
Hayward's going to work.
I know what you mean.
I'm not saying he's not.
I kind of felt that way.
I just feel like
that way too.
I just feel like you. I don't want to.
I think it's. I feel like it's almost impossible.
I have no alliance to him. He hasn't done anything.
Right.
That's not his fault. That is not his fault.
I feel like it's almost impossible that Gordon Hayward doesn't work as a Celtic.
I think what will happen is you will see Kyrie, Jalen, Hayward, Tatum, Horford. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, that'll be your team.
And then nights where you want to go big, like we talked about before. It all depends on the matchup. But Tatum and Smart coming off the bench would be really good, or Jalen and Smart.
You want to know what you do is if you trade them.
Yeah.
If you trade, let's say you make the trade with Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Your team is Kyrie, Hayward, Tatum at 3.
He's a real big 2.
He'll run it. He can run it too.
He can, yeah.
Kyrie, Tatum, or Hayward, Tatum at 3.
Yeah.
Davis at 4.
Yeah. Baines at 5.
And then you have your rotating cast of centers.
Yeah.
Kind of like you've been playing
because
Davis
year. Plays the 4 Cousins. Yeah. Right, yeah.
He can play. He's not like a natural. I mean, he can play center. He can play 4.
Right.
Well, here's the thing that
he can stretch.
Always confused me is we saw in Miami they had Shaq and Alonzo Mourning on the same team, and they were both able to coexist. Granted, they were both in the fucking twilights of their career,
right?
Versus Anthony Davis and fucking Boogie Cousins,
right?
Thinking that they're the greatest thing to ever happen to basketball. So it's a different mindset. You know what I mean? They can kind of take a back step to one another.
Alonzo was hungry. Shaq was like, "I'll feed. I'll get you."
You know what I mean? I just want to. We both want to win a championship.
I'm trying to tell Kobe.
Yeah.
Tell him how my ass tastes.
Tell me how my ass tastes.
All right, so let's get into the top 5. It's interesting. Obviously, I would like the Celtics to have an Anthony Davis. You know what I mean? I'm not anti-Anthony Davis.
To be honest with you, I'm fine with the team.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's my thing more.
Right. Yeah.
Is that as much as I hate the fucking unibrow, I don't need them to trade for him. I think they have good enough players.
I think I like this team right now.
Yeah. I think I'll love it next year if
think
Hayward comes back.
Do you think they're going to win a championship?
I feel like they would be way more likely to win a championship if you replaced Al Horford with Anthony Davis.
Oh, of course. Yeah, right.
And
you
lost the players that are included in that deal.
I think
that team with Anthony Davis, Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving is more likely to beat Golden State in a 7.
You know what I would rather do? And this is...
Than Al Horford and the 2 rookies. Or, well, I keep saying the 2 rookies, but it's really 1 rookie and a sophomore.
I would rather do Horford and the pick for, like, Andre Drummond.
Yeah, I would do that. Although they would just foul Andre Drummond.
Right.
And then he would shoot, 3 free throws.
Right, that's the thing. You can't get a real big, other than Davis or Cousins, that can shoot free throws. Because if you went Drummond or DeAndre Jordan, neither one of them can't fucking... Like, I would take DeAndre Jordan on this team, too. I like him a lot. Can't shoot free throws. Right. So that's tough. But...
Karl Anthony Towns.
I've really come around on Horford.
I like Al Horford.
I just think he's one of those guys that like
game winners this year, which is weird.
I just think he's one of those.
Don't get me wrong.
I think he's just like a guy that you're that like. Even though I busted his balls for like going home to like watch the birth of his like 3rd child, I was like, dude, it's your 3rd kid. Like, get over yourself. Like, I get it. You had a kid.
I wrote a whole article about that.
I don't not like Al Horford.
Yeah. No, I get it. You like Anthony Davis better, which
Davis,
most people do.
You're not nuts for that.
Anthony, I mean, I don't think you get a 53-point game from Al Horford, like ever.
No. He's average Al. He's fucking lunch pal Al. Like,
I think you could. I think the difference is you can get like a 15-15.
Yeah.
12 out of Horford on like a crazy night. Like they let him do it.
Call me crazy. But I think I'd rather have like the 57, 12, and 11 game that Anthony Davis just had.
Right.
Yeah, but then if you do that and you still don't win the game,
that's the thing. Is like
his
effort.
The Pelicans are not the Celtics.
No,
that's true.
No, I just think you're.
Who is coaching the Pelicans right now?
I actually know.
It's a bag of fleas.
Is it Frank Vogel?
Yeah, that guy isn't fucking Brad Stevens.
It might be
Bob Barker.
Bob
Barker.
Imagine fucking...
I think you're right.
It's Fen Way.
It's Fen Way.
All right,
let's get into our top 5. It's Alvin Gentry. I fucking knew that.
Isn't that a country music star?
Yep, Alvin Gentry.
No, that's... never mind.
Yep, he's got it. So, let's get into our top 5...
I hope my phone doesn't die because it has my top 5 on it.
All right, let's do this quick then. What do you want to do? You want to go 5-5-5 or 5-4-3-2-1? 5-4-3-2-1. 5-4-3-2-1.
Joe, what do you want to do? Your phone's gonna die.
5-5-5.
Okay.
5-5-5. 4-4-4.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We will start with Joe since his phone is dying. So what is your 5th?
The Paul Pierce wheelchair game.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Not on my list.
It's not on my list.
Not on my list.
The Paul Pierce wheelchair game.
That's a really good one.
I
love that.
Listen, it's a moment that has not only it's a great moment in Boston sports history in my lifetime, but it also has defined Paul Pierce. Since then, whereas they constantly make jokes about the wheelchair or if ever someone like leaves a game and then comes back, they like Paul Pierced it. Like where they made a super dramatic like. Yeah. They left and then they came back and they weren't even that hurt.
That's a fucking really good one.
On one of my old
the Paul
phones,
Pierce wheelchair game.
You made the joke about how like hockey fans and players make fun of NBA players for being like mad weak and shit.
Yeah.
I still have it on my old phone. The meme where it's like LeBron James gets cramps, doesn't return to the game, Greg Campbell. Mm-hmm. Breaks his leg and skates the rest of his shift, 1 minute and 30 seconds of his shift with a broken leg, and then he broke his leg blocking a shot, and then keeps trying with a broken leg.
Unbelievable.
So what's your 5?
My 5th is Kevin Garnett being traded to the Celtics, instantly making them favorites in the NBA. That was my number 5 moment. I'll never forget where I was. Ray Allen had already been traded after the night of the lottery. In exchange for the 5th pick, which wound up being Jeff Green, which wound up being on the Celtics later anyway.
Yep.
And then I was thinking, like, okay, Ray, Paul, okay, Danny's doing a little thing here. I like it. And then I was with my buddy Walter. We're out at Washington Park, and he gets a call from somebody. He's like, yo, the Celtics just traded for Kevin Garnett. He turns like, he's like, you know, I'm a Knicks fan. Like, he was mad. Like, why are you telling me this? And he turns, he's like, yo, Dave, you just got KG? I was like, what? He's like, the Celtics just traded for Kevin Garnett, dog. And he's like, I was like, you sure? He's like,
anything is possible.
Yeah, right. And then he says, I said, we just got Ray, too. He's like, wait, you guys picked up Ray Allen last week? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, fuck, you got Paul, Ray, and KG? I was like, yeah. He's like, over. Like, you guys win the chip. Like, that's it. Like, you guys win. And that whole finals and everything was great. But the single moment of having KG be traded was my number 5.
That's a good one,
moment.
too. Not on my list.
Number 5 for me, Game 4, 2004 ALCS. Dave Roberts pinch runs for Kevin Millar.
There you go.
Steals second, steals third.
Steals second, knocked in from second on a single. Yeah, yep. That's a good one. Number 5, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
That's pretty low.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got for number 4?
Number 4 is I put 28-3 or the Edelman catch because I didn't know 28-3 is like a wide swath of like
right.
But that's a moment.
I'll call it the comeback. Yeah. The comeback is 4 for me.
That is on my list, but
it's not on my list.
You didn't put the comeback at all on
the
your
greatest
list.
Super Bowl comeback ever is not on your list?
I don't have a Patriot moment on my list.
You don't have... I had trouble not putting 5 Patriots moments on my list.
All right, guys, I'm done.
You don't have a single Patriots moment on your list?
Continue.
Wow.
Mao.
Yeah, that's...
He just went to Mao. You started off as
Dave got so upset by that, he shut off his own microphone.
I did, yeah. I really did. I was like, I'm done. I'm really done. You're in Mao territory now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I actually thought 28-3 was too low on my list.
Yeah. Hey, never mind.
But
wait till can you get
but
me?
Yes, the Edelman catch or 28. If you're gonna do a single moment from that game, I think it's the Edelman catch because that was like it's finally happening for the Patriots this time.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, they're gonna have the miraculous catch.
Yeah.
But the whole comeback was insane. I only put it that low because at that point we are so jaded to Super Bowl wins that it's just like,
yeah,
fuck it.
My number 4 is David Ortiz. Yes. 5-1, bottom of the 8th, 2 outs against the Detroit Tigers. Torrey Hunter goes flying into the center field.
That call.
The call is incredible. Yeah, we're all, and it's tied. It's tied. David Ortiz.
That whole moment, the call makes that whole moment.
Torrey Hunter, legs wide, police officer in the bullpen, arms wide, celebrating. That's my number 4 moment. Only that low because it wasn't championship related. So, and it led to 1.
Yeah.
But, first round playoffs.
Mine piggybacks off of number 5.
Yeah.
Dave Ortiz, game-winning home run in the 12th.
Okay. I know what he's doing here. I know what you're doing here. And I
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I don't think
No, you don't. I don't think you do.
He's lead. I know what he's doing.
I don't think you do.
I got you.
I don't think you do.
All right. What's your number 3, Joe?
My number 3 is the Butler interception.
Real quick, that is also my number 3.
Yeah. The Butler interception is my number 3. That also, if you listen to the Kevin Harlan call, is incredible.
Yeah, Kevin Harlan is the best broadcaster.
Yeah, he is. He should announce every game ever.
Yeah.
Kevin Harlan.
Agreed.
But that if you're gonna do, it's really hard not to put that first as like singular moment. Like they're gonna lose.
Oh, it's
this
crazy.
game.
It's crazy.
And then just like the emotions you feel, just like, oh my God, he intercepted it. Like I will never forget the absolute slack-jawed look on my dad's face. Like he couldn't believe it, even like minutes after, just standing there completely stunned,
right
in front of the television, just like, I can't believe they just won.
Yeah,
like
that was nuts. Yeah. That's very similar.
Then like maniacally laughing, just like, I can't believe they threw the ball. I can't believe they threw the ball.
That's crazy. Yeah, for almost exactly the same reasons. That's why that's my number 3. What do you got for your number 3, Aaron?
Mine is Banner 17. Anything is possible. Him just screaming that and hugging Bill Russell in the center of the court, telling him like, now you got one of these. You're gonna put one of these banners up there.
Bill Russell, another cool backstory that Bill Russell told him at the beginning of the season, if you don't win one in Boston, I'll let you have one of mine.
Yeah,
and when they hugged, he told him, he says, now you have your own. You never needed mine, or you don't need mine, or whatever. Yeah, that's cool. That's a good one.
Can we talk about Kevin Garnett's hood game for a second, though?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Kevin Garnett wear his hood?
Yeah.
How he wears it, like,
it's like all the way. It's like hanging off the back of like Stone Cold E.T.'s head. Yeah, right.
How does he? I don't know how.
It's incredible. It's like tape.
You know who's similar to that? Snoop Dogg does something similar.
Yeah. But I think he's got hair.
No, he does. It does in the back.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he does the same thing.
You know what it is? I think he's explained it before. He like bicks his head.
Yeah.
So you know how
it has like that traction.
It grows just a little bit. It has that. It like holds on. It like grabs the fabric. So he can like barely put it on, and then he just kind of like pulls it, and it stays.
Just like
there.
it's a little friction right there. Not bad. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is the bloody sock.
Oh,
yeah, okay. Not on my list, right. But good one. It was a great one.
That's a good moment. Yeah.
It was real important.
That nice. 2004, the whole
the whole thing is amazing.
The comeback from down 3-0.
My number 2 is the Red Sox 3-0 comeback.
Yeah.
Capped off, I would say, in the single moment, Mark Bellhorn hit the grand slam in Game 7.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this game is like 9-2.
Yeah.
Like, this I think they won like 10-3
it was like
12-3 or something like
that. Yeah, it was a blowout. But then when Bellhorn hit that, I was like, oh my God.
They did
like, this is actually going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he bust that game wide open. I was like, this is crazy.
The bloody sock was the game before that.
Yeah,
right. Showing pitches to get them to Game 7.
Yeah, crazy. So that's my number 2.
My number 2 is the Bruins, basically the cup run, because Tim Thomas wins the MVP just like insane, literally like on a pin of his helmet, standing on his head. There was one game in that series where they literally won 8-1.
Yeah,
against and this is Vancouver when they had like they have the twin brothers on their team. Like it was like they were a juggernaut that season. Their goalie, I think, won the fucking like best goalie in the league and shit like that. Like they were a juggernaut coming out of the West. And also Patrice Bergeron had a fucking punctured lung and played the last game with literally one of his broken ribs puncturing his lung.
Right.
And he still played the whole game.
Yeah.
Game 6 or 7.
He players are such pussies.
Yeah.
It's true.
Pansy motherfuckers.
Let's go down to your number 1.
I went back and forth on this a lot between 2 Adam Vinatieri kicks. And I decided to go with the snow kick as the more...
That was the harder
iconic
kick.
Yeah,
the more iconic. Because it was the more difficult kick.
Yeah.
Like in the snow...
Yeah.
From was that like a 48-yard field goal too?
That was out there or something.
And he had to kick it low. I went with the snow kick, even though it wasn't the championship. It was between the kick to win the Super Bowl or the snow kick. I think the snow kick is more iconic.
Yeah.
The tuck rule game.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And the fact that it was the tougher kick.
Yeah.
So I decided
that kick is definitely the harder kick.
So I went with the Vinatieri snow kick as my number 1. Leads to the eventual first Super Bowl.
I believe you don't have a Patriots on this.
Nope.
Fucking wild take. Mine is the Super Bowl 51 comeback versus the Falcons.
Oh, you have it as your number 1.
That's my number 1. Yeah.
It was an insane comeback.
And the largest comeback ever. You know what I mean? It's just such a record-breaking game. Yeah, it's just incredible.
If that was the 2001 Super Bowl, like they had done that in the first Super Bowl, or even probably the third, like in that original...
Yeah.
First three.
Yeah.
I would have been like, holy shit. But
see, for
because
me,
they did it, because they won 3 and then won the Seahawks one.
Yeah.
It was just like anything after this is like icing on the cake.
See, for me, it was the perfect. I was a big time Deflategate fucking lawyer. Like I read the Wells report twice. You know what I mean? Like I'm going nuts. I have all the details. I'm like, Brady serves a suspension that year. Fuck this. This is the revenge tour. And if you're gonna stick it to him, you got to do it this year. You know what I mean? Like the year that you were suspended, and then for him to win it and come back the way they did, and then afterwards, like I told you, we're gonna bring this sucker home. Now we're bringing this sucker home, or whatever. It was like, oh my god, tears, emotions, ejaculate, like everything just happened, and that was just that's the greatest sports moment I've watched in my time. What do you got?
There's a lot to that one.
Yeah. It's just emotionally for me. I put so much energy into it.
To be on the list.
Yeah.
At least.
See, what kills me about it is like what took that out of the like running for my mind was like watching this season.
Yeah.
Fuck the like beauty of last season.
No.
To me, that's how I am a glass half empty kind of fella.
They're two different teams.
Aaron.
There you go.
They're two different
Pessimist
teams.
Aaron showed up. Pessimist Joe will be back next week.
Yeah.
There you go. No, my number 1 is April 20th, 2013. David Ortiz, Boston Strong. This is our fucking city. Him standing out there.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. It's a real good one.
So you want to make fun of me, but it's a beautiful moment.
I still think,
and it's a Boston moment.
Let me see.
It could have gone on my list. I still think it's wild not to have a Patriots one on there at all.
That one should be a Patriots moment, or one of those two.
No, I just think to me those are like he said, he said though, like you've already seen them win 4 fucking Super Bowls.
But what about the first one?
I understand, like even the first one to me, like once again, like it's crazy and it's awesome, and it was after 9/11 and fucking Drew was it what's his name? And Druzy with the fucking American flag, and his brothers were firefighters and stuff like that. I get it all, but like. I watched those Super Bowls, those first ones. Mm-hmm. I watched those in a house where everyone was a fucking Giants fan, a fucking Cowboys fan, a Buffalo fan, and a fucking Tampa Bay fan. I wasn't allowed to celebrate those Super Bowls. I had to sit there and kind of just be told, "Shut the fuck up! I don't want to hear anything, you son of a bitch." Wait.
But the first one, some of those people weren't rooting for the Patriots?
No.
That's crazy.
They hate every one of them. Their mindset is a lot of them, even my friend's father,
like the Tampa
diehard Giants fan, said, I would have switched if they had come to Connecticut. Them fucking over, like playing games with Connecticut.
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't need them. I don't want to they don't want to root for Kraft or the Patriots at all.
That's crazy.
Honorable mention for me.
Yeah.
The Patriots getting announced as a team in the 2001 Super Bowl.
Yeah.
As
that was
opposed
awesome.
to they were the first team to do it.
Ever do it,
yeah.
And some Randy Moss moment.
I was it's one of the moments in my head. Like my moment was in my head. Like a lot of these are just like emotional moments. Was Teddy Bruschi's first game back from the stroke to me.
Yeah.
Like and then that year winning the comeback player of the year and stuff like that. Like
that was a good moment.
I just remember them winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The report that he had a stroke, and then like videos of them. Like I remember him at the Super Bowl, videos before the game of him playing with his kids in the field, and then watching the reports that he had a stroke. I was like,
right?
Are you fucking kidding me? My favorite player is gonna fucking die after winning the Super Bowl? Like that's not.
Yeah, that's tough.
And like all those beautiful things. Yeah.
My honorable mention was Larry Bird walking off the 3-point contest with the warm-up jacket on.
Yeah,
that's on there. 1988. I was 2 years old. My lifetime.
It was in your lifetime.
I was gonna say that predates me.
Yeah. But I didn't put it on the list because I didn't watch it. And I've seen it. I love it. But and I like the fact that he walked into the locker room first. Said, "Which one of you guys is coming in second tonight?" And that's how he walked in. And then just never took his jacket off and fucking did his thing. I was like, dude, dick is huge. Like, your dick is so huge. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's good. No, that's an interesting. I'm not saying it's bad. I like your list a lot. I can't believe you didn't fit I couldn't find a spot out of 5 spots.
I felt
to have
bad
the Patriots
that I couldn't figure out a moment of the Bruins to put on my list.
Yeah.
Like a singular moment from the like.
Because
if I had an honorable mention for me would be Nathan Horton's goal against Tampa.
Yeah.
And their championship run.
Yeah.
That overtime game.
Yeah.
That goal would have been that's probably my favorite Bruins moment. I love that goal. I was watching that game at home. I freaked the fuck out because that's where I really love playoff hockey. And I'm watching the games like, here we go, whatever. I just don't do the ride all year or whatever. But then during that overtime period, I'm like, oh my God. It's like overtime period playoff hockey is like the word. Game 7, like, oh my fucking God, this is crazy. Nate Horton hits the goal. Like,
I'm really happy no one else had Pierce Wheelchair. Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's why I was like, when you guys were naming yours, and I was like, I don't have a fucking Patriots one on here. You guys are like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, I just went with different stuff. It just stuff that hit my emotions.
Another one you could have done was, I didn't even think about the post-Boston Marathon bombing.
I just thought that was like the craziest thing, and him being able to say it on TV and they didn't edit it.
Another one is the Rondo dislocated shoulder triple-double.
Yeah. That was a good one. I forgot about that.
I don't think he had a triple-double, though. I think that's a myth. I think he just dislocated his shoulder, and then, Paul Pierce came back in the game.
I don't know if he had a triple-double, but he was real good.
I remember him playing really well in that game, but I don't think he had a triple-double. I always call it, the Rondo dislocated shoulder triple-double, but I don't think he had a triple-double.
See, my honorable mention, as much as Dave's I think I was home every time those trades happened. I was watching the draft. I watched the trades happen on ESPN. I got the update as I was sitting at home. Mm-hmm. I also think watching when they introduced them, the three,
Yep.
And the smile on Pierce's face, like for some reason they made him hold his jersey, and it was like,
I've been here, guys.
Guys, I haven't left. But it was just like to see him smile so hard.
I wonder how that made the other Celtics feel. Like, why is Paul the only one who gets to go up there?
Because he's Paul Pierce.
The rest of us are here too.
Yeah. Well, I think because they announced it as the new Big Three.
Yeah.
So that was like
it was because
the Big Three.
Because I was looking up like Celtic moments and a lot of
we invented the Big Three.
That's true. Yeah. I got no beef with that.
We did.
Yeah, the when I was looking up like Celtic moments, that's what it was like. They were like the Big Three Part 1, the Big Three Part 2, the Big Three Part 4. Like it's like different stages of like the original Big Three, and then obviously the new Big Three that we had.
Right. Yeah. I'm trying to see.
I struggled with where to put 28 to 3, and like the order. I knew Pierce wheelchair was 5. Other than that, the rest of them I could probably swap.
See, here's the thing. Like, I think I'm gonna be
depending
like
on how I feel.
10 years from now, telling that's like sitting at the like telling the story of like where I was, talking to Dave, getting a phone call from my old boss, basically knowing that I'm sitting there pulling my hair out to call me to tell me, hey, I'm gonna be sending you your W-2s. You know, and he had just fired me a couple months before, like 2 months before that, or 3 months before that, or whatever. And like I knew I didn't want to talk to him. Like all of that emotion, I'm gonna probably be a little bit more like that story's gonna mean a lot. But right now, only a year removed from it, and the way the season ended, like this was more gut wrenching at the end of this game than I'm dead serious. Like I think
care at the end. When they lost, I did. Fuck it, man. They lost.
I did. This was the season that I wanted them to win it more.
To me, it mattered more last year. Like all those storylines last year, Tom Brady's mom and the Deflategate and Brady being suspended for 4 games and all of that shit.
Yeah, no, I just think I wanted them to be able to say, hey, we didn't need any excuses this year, and we did it without Edelman.
They almost did it without Edelman.
I know.
They almost did it with no excuses. To me, that they got good. They got close. They got pretty fucking close. Close enough.
Yeah, they just got beat. I mean, that sucks. But I understand your logic on it. I don't.
It's not. It's not logic. It's not logic. It's my fucking whacked out brain.
But you're applying
process.
How the reason behind it is your logic to it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like the reason why you want this one or you want it this year, I get. You know what I mean? To me, last year's was definitely the most important one. But and it was 5, so it was like, and Brady goes now. He's official go last year. You know what I'm saying? So
but to me the first.
He always looks at me when you say that.
I know.
Official go.
I know the first one. I know.
Eye emojis.
I know it's 5, but to me the first championship always means more than the latest one.
See, I think breaking the record makes you the greatest. You know what I mean? I mean, like not makes you the greatest, but it's the most important. You know what I mean? For me. Like,
I don't know if 6. I don't know if 6 will feel more.
If he didn't win, no. I'm saying 5 separates you from the pack.
Yeah, but
6 is just adding to your own thing. You know what I mean? There was he has 4, so is Montana, so is Bradshaw.
Oh, you're talking about specifically for Brady. I was talking about for teams.
Oh yeah, no.
6 ties you with.
No, I'm talking Brady. I'm talking just Brady. So when he won last year, considering it was like a very personal narrative last year, like he got suspended. He's going to vindicate himself, and then now he wins 5, and no one else has 5. So you know what I mean? Like for me, all that was like, this is the one. Like this is the perfect storm where you fucking make Goodell suck it slow. You fucking win the championship without you for 4 games. You know what I mean? Like this is fucking perfect.
So we make a t-shirt that says "Make Goodell suck it slow."
I'll whip that up. We can do that. But yeah, no, I like the Pierce moment, the wheelchair one. And I like the fact that you had the Boston bombing one. That's good. Those are good.
I just think that's like I was at work when the bombing happened, and I was at work when he made the speech.
Yeah.
And they're both like, I can't tell you anything else that happened to me those days or those weeks or those months, but that moment I can remember standing there and just watching it and like welling up watching him talk.
Yeah, I remember I went to work. I was working second shift at the time. And I walked in and I told Chase, I'm like, dude, you fucking hear about the bombing? He's like, no. What happened? Or whatever. Which was like afternoon. You know what I mean? Like midday. And he's like, no, what the fuck? So we start talking, and then they're like, holy shit. So then everyone hops on the computer, they start talking. I'm like, yeah, that's fucked up. And then I start seeing things on Facebook, like my cousin was there, and I was like, oh shit, like this is crazy. And then, just have him do that speech when they returned back to baseball. It was like, fuck, that was awesome. It was really cool. That's a good moment. I like that one.
I was like, I gotta say the date just to and then you guys are both like, what the fuck was that?
20th. Fuck?
April 20th, 2000.
I'm like, okay, so 420, you fucking, I get it.
You hothead.
You fucking junkie. All right, let's move on. That was good. I like doing segments like that.
Yeah, I'm interested.
No one has anything. Okay, all right.
No, I'm interested to see what we can come up like during these months when like nothing's. I mean, obviously the Bruins and the Celtics are playing, but like it's not playoff time yet,
right?
So you can't you can't jump on an island like Joe.
No, or
you can,
or you can get
or you
two
make your own
passes to Joe Island,
right.
where we'll be drinking shots out of the Stanley Cup.
There you go.
And
that's a big cup to take a shot.
And fucking in jacuzzis.
You know, there's only 1.5 ounces of liquid in this fucking thing. Like, what are we doing?
Would everybody please stand for the B.S.N. Network's weekly State of the Network?
All right. Real slow. Real sick. Those are real sick. All right.
Suck it slow.
Suck it. Make Roger Goodell suck it slow. Also, real live update. At the end of the third quarter, the Celtics are beating the Hornets 103-79.
Wow.
At the end of the third quarter, they have 103 points already.
Good thing those Cavaliers traded for Kemba Walker.
Yeah.
He would have helped you.
He would have been real nice.
He would have really helped you beat the Celtics.
For me, I'm going to get my spiel done here, over and done with. First, like Aaron kind of said going into this, kind of come up with some new things to try and get us through, because we're not going to have a ton of sports talk. We have the Combine coming up. We have basketball playoffs coming up in 6 weeks or so.
NFL offseason will kick
NFL
off.
offseason will be
real
interesting.
Hard,
real interesting.
Somewhere in there.
That'll be good. And then it's going to be a lot of Red Sox heavy stuff. So, and obviously, we can only talk baseball for so long.
Early reaction to JD Martinez.
Yeah, right.
What car does David Price show up to spring training?
That's a good question. Yeah, what tank is he taking? I think he's leaving in an Apache. Just an Apache helicopter now. That's how he's in and out.
He's actually a wingsuit. He's in a wingsuit there from Boston.
So
he's going to show up in the SpaceX rocket that they just sent into space.
Nice.
He's actually in the car. That's him in the car.
Yep.
And he's going to drop off the rocket and land it at spring training.
Makes sense. They're already there,
that Tesla. No, yeah, but he's going to do that sometime soon.
All right, next year.
Opening day, then.
Opening day. Gotcha.
My source was wrong.
Okay.
About the time frame.
Just a little time. All right. Gotcha.
Now he's
problem.
saying opening day.
Nice. So yeah, we're gonna kind of restructure the show, not change it. You know what I mean? But kind of like this, like where we were able to, we knew what we wanted to talk about. We touched on all those things. We addressed it early, so you'll be able to know what to look forward to, what segments you might like as a listener, or something you want to fast forward to, or really tune in for, whatever you want. So we'll try to organize, professionalize the show a little bit, so you'll know right away.
Professionalize.
Exactly. Yeah, something like that. And these top fives are fun. It's good content. It's good. It's interesting to hear. I like to tell Aaron, I'm like, no, you should have changed your personal opinion.
No, you're wrong.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Your personal opinion that has no fact-based,
yeah,
no right or wrong answer is incorrect.
Is wrong to me.
I feel like it's right, though, just because the whole GOAT thing.
Well, he's definitely the greatest of all time, so no question there.
Don't do this. We were doing so good until just now.
So, I would say this makes it a lot easier for me to promote, too. So now you say, like, hey, tune in this week where we talk about ahead of time, where before it was just kind of freestyled.
Or Baba Baran.
Or Bambino Boulevard.
Baba Barino? Is that a car dealership?
It's a car dealership.
Yeah.
We don't get paid for it.
That will not play outside of New England.
Right. Yeah, don't. Check that out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of adding a little bit more structure back to the program here, tightening things up a little bit. And also, before I hit the road here tonight, I talked about last week that I was going to be on Fistful of Comics. Nope, Fistful of Jokes. I always say that. Fistful of Jokes. Jerry Morgan had me on. It was a really, really good time. Really funny interview, and it was just really interesting. It was we talked a little bit about the network, kind of like how the 4-star sports bar thing got developed, because he thought it was an interesting concept, and a lot about Black Mirror. Did a lot of Black Mirror talk.
Did you talk about me?
No. Well, I did say that we added our WB Mason driver about 13 episodes in.
There was no at-length discussion specifically about Joe.
No, not at length.
Oh, then I don't know if I'll be
I would say, but you
this.
did do he does like the idea of the fantasy field goal with the 3 points. He likes what you did there.
Yeah, that I quickly abandoned once field goal season started. Like, once fantasy football season... Field goal season. That's what we're gonna call it. Once field goal season kicked off.
Yeah.
That's what you should call it. That's your coined phrase.
Yeah.
Field goal season. When you're doing that podcast,
Right. It is
it's field goal season.
Once it kicked off.
Hey, guys, welcome back. It's 2018 field goal season.
Field goal season. Once it kicks off.
Yeah, no, he liked that concept.
So
but it's
you
a really,
did
really,
talk about me.
We talked about that.
So he didn't like me.
Right.
No, he did. He says the WCP thing's really cool. And then we started talking about Black Mirror, and then we went on this whole thing about how
What
there's
does he
like
think about me, though?
there's like 4chan. You guys ever hear of 4chan?
Yes.
So
No,
he's telling me about 4chan.
4chan is like the place where the worst people in the world
Yeah.
dwell.
So he's like, oh, it's crazy. He's like, there's some things like where people are like, they like kill themselves on camera, and like
Yeah.
it's happening.
4chan
and I was
is
like,
the...
yeah. So to get back to your question, so WCP, like, just like, kind of like quickly ended that. We laughed a lot about that. So go check that out. Go to fistfulofjokes.com, or you can find them on iTunes or anywhere that.
How many times did you say
podcast-
all right on the...
Not a lot.
Did you...
Because he's not hosting it.
I didn't host it. I do like the 4. I like that I brought that to the 4-star thing, and Kevin tries to time me out on it, and he tries to catch me, and I'm just like, no, I will always outlast you.
And many things. Not
Many,
just in
many
that.
things. Yeah, just, yeah.
Except for
69.
Except for in 69.
69, not great.
Very sad
Very
day.
disappointing.
Gronkowski.
Also, potentially some new, I don't know if I want to say additions, some new things that we might be able to do with some people that we haven't already done deals with. So there's a gentleman on Instagram that's a listener, and he started a diehard Boston sports Instagram page where he does like a take, like a 1 minute. He talks about something for 1 minute on there. Wants to try to cross over somehow. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not exactly sure how we'll the logistics of how we can.
He does
apply
one a
with-
day?
I saw like several in my news feed, so I don't know if there's like several a day. I didn't check the timestamps.
Maybe you
on
can
them.
post it on Facebook or something.
Spitballing here.
Yeah.
New segment.
Yeah.
Spitballing
This is
with Jobin Field Goal.
This is ball and spit with Jobin.
Yeah.
Yep.
What if we took a take that we liked of his,
Right. Talked about it on here.
played it on the show,
Yeah.
talked about
We
it on the
reacted
show.
to it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Well, you didn't say it out loud.
Right.
I'm bringing it to the island.
I did.
I'm bringing it to the
I
island.
did-
It's on the island.
I did say that I was trying to figure out how the
Yep.
logistics would work.
But
That
didn't nail down the specifics.
Nope.
Now it's on the island. It's on
Because-
the island with me. You want to come to the island?
Because
You want to
now
come to the island?
the problem
I'll throw
is
the thing.
he's going to say, "I really like that idea a lot," and I'm like, "What if we don't actually want to do that?"
No,
What
we
if
just
don't
spitballed it and agreed on it.
Hold on. Hold on.
wanna- No, he has a say.
I haven't said anything
He
here.
has a say.
It's on the island already, so
Yeah,
I'm
and you're
squatting on
alone,
it.
Joe.
You're alone.
I offered. Listen, the life rafts are out. I can pull them in. I cannot let you on the island.
You are now just taking everything with you, making you less valuable.
I
Like
am.
you are just now like you're so much more removed from this. It's just like okay,
It's the
well,
island.
anyway.
Eventually, I'll have so much on the island. You're going to be asking to come on it,
Right. Yeah,
and then,
well, that's
and then
tough.
maybe I won't let you on.
Right.
Maybe now the island is private.
You don't know who he is, so
I could hate him. So
exactly.
listen, guy,
That was my point. I didn't want to give out too much because I'm not sure how this is going to work.
I could
out.
hate him.
So
Maybe we won't take it right. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm kicking it off the
yeah,
island.
throw it back. I'll
It's
take
in the
that.
water.
Yeah, we'll keep that right between us. Some buoyant thing, some buoyant idea.
So
But yeah, no, there
that
might
was
be
the
some
first thing
things
that popped in my head, though, is that we react to a take on that.
that was sort of
If he just has a bunch of freezing cold takes, though, then.
yeah. We'll have to
Did
find
you
out.
know, maybe, Rob Gronkowski, top tight end in the NFL?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's how I feel, though.
Right. No, I think I checked out a couple of them. He does a pretty good job, like presenting the spiel. So we'll
Is it Skip Bayless?
I don't think he knows how to use. I don't think he knows how to use Instagram.
That leads me to the next thing. My final thing for State of the Network. Sad day.
Yeah.
Sad day.
I was going to bring that up, but I didn't know when.
Yeah, fucking friend of the show, Michael Holley.
He's going to Fox Sports.
Is that what he's doing? Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get that retweet now.
Mad late.
What?
Hey, like, is this the best Patriots team ever? Question mark. Fucking like just.
I'm just saying.
He's like, hey guys, check me out. Listen to us be wrong about the Patriots and how deep they are.
Might be a good time to talk about it now.
Right.
Could get a retweet though.
Could get a retweet.
Maybe
get him to come
it
back.
would be a good time to bring Michael Holley back on the show.
Back on the show, yeah. I did message him recently because I know we talked about it. Like maybe we should check him out. No word.
Well, moving on to Fox Sports 1. Forget about the
forget
about the little people, I guess.
Yeah, right. Ian Rappaport did that to me. Big time me.
Really?
I used to be a big time Ian Rappaport back and forth guy. We would talk all the time when he was a writer for the Globe. And I'd be like, hey, like, you know, what happened to Patriots practice today? Da, 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 whatever. And he would like hit me up like, oh, Dave, fucking such and such had such good reps today. Whatever. He would just fill me with info fucking nonstop. And then he got on NFL Network. Can't get a fucking like. Nothing. Response. Nothing.
Wow.
Definitely big time.
Rappaport greenflied you.
Yeah. Yeah, got big timed. But yeah, sad for Michael Holley to leave WEI.
Sad for
him.
For like the local radio.
Right. Yeah, they'll be
He's
tough.
going to be on Fox Sports 1. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll be good. It's just tough. I like listening to EI. And I'm really
more money.
I like
really
him with
interested to
Dale.
see.
Like I always liked him. That's what got me into E. Like I listened to EI a little bit when because when I was a kid I didn't listen to the radio. Like my mom would always listen to like fucking Sonny and Cher and Bob Seger and shit like that.
Right.
Yeah, because you know constantly.
There's nothing wrong with Bob Seger.
Yeah, but constantly going through breakups and then having to listen to someone cry, listening to Cher so you can get over it.
All right, well,
Okay,
that
was my life as a
emotional
child.
string
But
there. Right.
Bob Seger
So-
Night Moves fucks.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but you don't want to listen to that with your mom.
Night Moves?
With your mom? You know what that movie that song's about?
I have
right?
no idea. I just know that it's great to drive to.
It's a song about having sex.
Night Moves?
You said
Yeah.
fucks. Like, you threw it
Yeah.
up there.
Well,
You
to
subconsciously
say
knew.
something
The
fucks
night
just means it's
moves.
awesome.
Right.
The night moves, man.
it's
your
the
moves
that
I
at
was
night.
strumming a song from 1962.
Okay, dude, just re-listen to it. You're the guy that's going to be reviewing all this music.
I know. I never actually
Re-listen
listened to the
to that
lyrics
song.
of Night
Yeah,
Moves.
dude. Yeah, dude.
Listen to it.
I just know that it's the best song to drive to.
So, it saddens me because he's the one of the major reasons why EI is a saved thing in my radio. It was one of my stations I saved in my radio. I listened to it all the time. As soon as I was able to drive and like control the radio myself.
You listen to one quick
was it.
song of Night Moves
There
and
you
then switch to WEI.
No. But anyway.
Are you looking up the lyrics to Night Moves?
Yeah.
Jesus. Dave. You can read it after.
I'll read it on our way out of here.
Night Moves.
You got some news.
WECP.
Yeah.
We did an episode last week. We did a preview of the Elimination Chamber, which we were kind of right on for the most part. Like, I'm pretty sure we were almost 100% right on the whole card because most of it wasn't really a surprise. I thought it was a good episode. Fucking CPAP Joe sitting over in the corner, breathing heavy.
I love that.
Does he know we call him CPAP Joe?
No.
Is he aware of this?
No, but he is now.
CPAP Joe.
I mean, I told him to his face. So
You
it's
called
not,
him CPAP Joe to his
No,
face.
I told him he needed to look into getting see a doctor. Like you might
I mean,
have.
there's nothing wrong with being CPAP Joe.
No, that's
a lot of people need
Listen,
CPAP, right?
Nicknames are earned, not given. They're like,
No, he
you
earned
don't
that.
give yourself your own nickname.
Yeah.
Fucking CPAP.
So if we decide to call you CPAP Joe, you gotta roll.
And he
with it.
claims that he's a friend
By
of the
way,
network. So
soon, you guys keep using it. I'm taking that to
Nope.
taking that to my island.
No, can't do that. Can't do that.
I mean,
CPAP Joe is for the people.
see, I give
I
Dave.
put that on public record.
I give
you're right.
Dave credit though. He made up the name.
Right.
Well, all right.
CPAP Joe.
CPAP Joe. So anyway,
You can have the pat part on your eye.
Jerry and I are going to be making a crossover episode with the new and improved Super Retro Throwback Reviews, the Audio Files 2.0.
To be honest with you, can I say something about this?
With Steve Christina.
Can I be? my favorite. I've never listened to the podcast.
Yeah.
Just being honest.
Yeah.
I love that the name is that long.
It's like 25 words.
It used to be just super retro.
Throwback reviews, the audio files.
The fact that it's that long is amazing to me.
Yeah.
The new and improved super retro throwback reviews.
The audio files 2.0.
V 2.0, right?
V2.0.
No, it's just 2.0.
Just 2.0.
Oh,
just
right.
2.0.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's like whenever Capcom releases a video game and they call it like Super Hyper Mega Turbo Dimension Street Fighter Extreme Volume 7. Those are like my favorite. So I love that his fucking podcast is that long.
Yeah.
Of a name.
But we're going to be going on his show, talking about wrestling and how that sometimes translates to entertainment when it comes to like movies and stuff. And
are you going to talk about Gronk being a wrestler?
Possibly. That might come up.
That might come up. Yeah, that's a good one.
That would be a good conversation piece, whether he's a better actor or a better wrestler.
CPAP Joe, wrestler or actor?
I would hope he'd be an actor because
voice actor.
I would hope.
I hope he goes see a doctor first.
I was gonna say my first, his next move should be a patient.
What if he does? What if he does a commercial for CPAPs?
Yeah,
but currently, prior to his CPAP use,
right,
shoots a commercial.
Good idea. Could do it. He wouldn't take much acting. Just oh my god.
Yeah. No comment on that one.
Right.
But he earned the nickname.
Yeah.
But
he's a breather.
A mouth breather.
He's a breather.
But I'm excited to do that.
At least you know he's alive.
You can hear him breathing.
At the moment you guys are doing WCP and it's complete silence, like has anyone heard from
Joe? Someone check out CPAP Joe.
CPAP Joe, okay? I got nothing in here. Is CPAP Joe all right? Oh,
usually I can hear him panting in the background, but I can't hear him right now.
Don't say panting. Don't say panting like a dog.
Is he snoring or just eating an orange? What is he doing? Jesus Christ. Ugh, man.
Anyway,
yeah. Hey, that's what he gets for saying he's going to put me in a fucking body bag.
Yeah, and he still hasn't done.
Yeah, CPAP Joe.
He's a legend. CPAP Joe is a legend. He can't even be upset. If I ever meet CPAP Joe, I'm going to call him CPAP Joe to his face.
Yeah.
He can't be upset. He's a legend.
Yeah, that checks out.
Listen, if you have something that makes you different,
right,
fucking rock with it. Especially if you get a cool nickname out of it, like CPAP Joe. All right, cool is borderline, but it's a nickname.
Questionably cool nickname. CPAP
I don't have
Joe.
a cool nickname.
Mildly offensive, mildly cool. CPAP Joe.
It's extra mildly offensive.
Right.
It's like super mild in the mildly offensive category.
Yeah. CPAP Joe.
So how about those lyrics? How'd they work out?
You got anything this week? You got
I have after you hear this.
Yeah.
The Tuesday after you hear this.
Yeah.
Will be a new
Justin Timberlake?
Set the record straight. It will be, yes, Justin Timberlake's new Man of the Woods album, which I still have yet to listen to in its entirety. So it'll be a super fresh review of it.
Orange Joe.
Orange vinyl.
CPAP Joe
is not.
Come review it with you if you want.
He doesn't sound like a Justin Timberlake fan, to be honest with you. I don't know if he can hear it over the breathing.
Aaron, don't call it panting.
Draw the line at panting. I think of dogs and eat when someone says panting. Joe's over here with the Red Rocket, ready to fucking...
He's on the couch. Tom Brady's not the best quarterback ever.
Wait, he's one of those guys?
Oh, he's the one that said he's going to put us in the body bag because we think the Patriots...
Oh, he is 100% CPAP Joe. I don't care if he's the coolest guy in the world.
Right.
We need to have this discussion with him.
Right.
I need to put him in a body. I want him to show up with his body bag ready,
with a hole for a CPAP.
So he can jump in it.
As he goes to put it on me, just be like, "Oh, you were wrong," and flip it back on him.
But you have to make sure that thing has a hole for a CPAP.
No,
in the bag.
I'll let him die.
Just so you can just fucking Joe Vader.
Don't give him that. Come on.
CPAP Vader?
That's what he said. CPAP Vader? That's what he said. Like, hey, I'm going to put you guys in a body bag. I am your father.
Wait, he really said that?
Yeah. Yeah, he told Jerry that. Like, he says that he could fucking bury you and Joe on the Patriots. And I was
he stood there in front of Dave and said it.
Yeah. He's like, I can't wait to put you in a body bag on this. I was like, start. Like, give me your shtick. Like, what's your thing? He's like, you really?
Isn't he a Dallas fan?
Yeah,
or
he's a
something?
Dallas
Who
fan.
does he really think is the best?
He says that he can't name one.
Well, then he lost, right?
He started, and then he tried to say, Peyton. Then he tried to say that you can't lose a Super Bowl. I was like, he's lost 2.
Right.
What are you talking about?
He's like, if you're talking about Brady, you can't lose the Super Bowl and still be the greatest. I was like, but you named Peyton. Like, he's 2-2. Like, what are you talking about? And that's Aaron's like, Peyton's awesome. Like, both of us are saying, like, what the fuck?
Aaron,
even as a non-GOAT, as a non-GOAT believer, he's like, it's definitely not Peyton, man.
Aaron, the most hesitant Tom Brady is the GOAT.
Right.
Truther of all time is like, well, you're wildly crazy on this.
Oh my God, fucking CPAP Joe.
I don't know how you expect to put us in a body bag.
Unbelievable.
You can't have an argument where you're just like, well, I don't know the answer.
Right.
Well, then you can't have
He was
this
like,
argument.
I don't think you can say there's a greatest of all time. And I was like, in the conversation of who would you choose as the greatest of all time? Sure you can. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot believe. Like,
I don't like the eras argument.
Right, exactly, right. And a lot of people say, well, you compare eras, but like, sure, that is impossible. I don't know how Tom Brady would fare in the 60s, and I don't know how fucking Johnny Unitas would do in 2010. I don't know.
Is Tom Brady the greatest in his era? Yeah.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
Easily, yeah.
Don't tell me Peyton Manning is. I'm sorry. You can't.
Tom Brady is the greatest in his era, and his era just happens to have all the best quarterbacks in it. So, I mean,
it's the greatest era of all time.
They happen to throw for the most yardage and touchdowns. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Where's your argument here?
I was like, I don't know.
Well, Peyton Manning undefeated in Super Bowls.
Well, I look forward to your Justin Timberlake review.
Come at me, CPAP. Come at me, CPAP, Joe.
And to take us off the air today, the lyrics to Night Moves.
Read in an proper English accent.
I can't do it.
Oh.
I was a little too tall, could have used a few pounds. Tight pants, points hardly renowned. She was a black-haired beauty with big dark eyes, and points all her own, sitting way up high, way up firm and high. Out past the cornfields where the woods get heavy, out in the back seat of my '60 Chevy, working on mysteries without any clues, working on our night moves. Trying to make some front page drive-in news, working on our night moves. In the summertime, in the sweet summertime. We weren't in love. Oh no, far from it. We weren't searching for some pie-in-the-sky summit. We were just young and restless and bored, living by the sword, and we'd steal away every chance we could, to the back room, to the alley, or the trusty woods. I used her, she used me, but neither one cared. We were getting our share, working on our night moves, trying to lose the awkward teenage blues, working on our night moves. It was summertime, sweet summertime. And oh, the wonder, we felt the lightning, and we waited on the thunder. I awoke last night to the sound of thunder. How far off I sat and wondered. Started humming a song from 1962. Ain't it funny how the night moves when you just don't seem to have as much to lose? Strange how the night moves when autumn's closing in.
Funny, I didn't hear the word sex in there. So
that song fucks.